From the Pro Image Group of Companies, Pro Sport, in conjunction with the Victorian Football League, presents Pro Football.
Hello and welcome once again to more great VFL action in pro football. This week we're at the Western Oval for the all-important clash between Footscray, currently lying fourth in the VFL standings, and the Sydney Swans second. Very important game for both sides, the Sydney Swans wanting to cement the double chance, and Footscray certainly looking to climb even higher on the ladder. Let's take you now to the Western Oval for an absorbing game of football. It's the opening bounce and our commentators are Peter Landy and Lou Richards.
First quarter from the Western Oval, umpire Ian Robinson comes in to start proceedings. Match of the day between the Swans and Footscray. Knocked down by Ironmonger, picked up by Healy. His kick up the half forward. Cordy misses the mark. Chance for Hardy, as Lou said, in rear form, and so is this guy, McLean. High tackle, and the free kick will go back to McLean for one on the shoulder, and he will take that free kick round about the centre half back position. Played an excellent game last week at and against Essendon. Cavett out towards left centre wing. Over the top is Neagle. Hawkins, will he play out there all day? Hawkins trying to get clear. Mark Roberts almost into his back. Picked up by Merv Neagle, very close to the boundary line. Neagle tried to bounce it. I don't think he'll try and do that this afternoon. Ground looks okay. Hardy takes the mark. And/or free kick, whatever.
Very casual then, Pete, wasn't he?
But he always is, Lou.
That's right.
Always seems to have plenty of time to dispose of the ball properly. Ironmonger up one-handed, couldn't mark the ball. Hand pass comes out to Mark Roberts. Neagle again. Carroll it is. Carroll up towards the centre half forward position. Kappa goes for a knock-on. Egan there for Footscray. Can't take the ball. Back to Tony Morwood. He missed the hand pass. Kennedy right on the goal line. Gives it over to Hardy. That's position number 3 for the Brownlow medalist of last year. Hardy's gone for a short pass. It might be out of bounds on the full. It is. And we'll see a free kick going the Swans' way to be taken by Holden. Holden from right half forward. Edmund, good mark. Playing against his old side and on the Western Oval for the first time since he left last year. And you can hear the Footscray supporters in the background with a nice round of booing.
Well, they've got short memories. Last year he was a hero whenever he took the field, and
that was last year.
That's last year. Now he's a Swan. They're giving him the raspberry.
Edmund from about 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle should bring up the first score of the match. It's 1 point. And that came up at a 2-minute mark of the first quarter. The Swans lead by that margin.
Now I've had time to consider the win situation, Pete. I would say that it is favouring the end that the Swans are kicking to. Waiting now on Kennedy to go back for his second chance at kicking off from that full-back position. Oh, there's a good mark taken that time by Hawkins. A good hand pass coming over to Royal. A big chance here now for the Bulldogs to go into attack. Picked up by McLean over to Gallen at centre half forward. Juggles the ball. He ran into Danaher. I noticed they got Danaher playing at centre half back. Picked up. There'll be a ball up. Danaher at centre half back and Carroll's playing at centre half forward. Well, Carroll this year's had a fantastic season. Danaher's been struggling a little bit. I still think that Carroll plays his best football in defence. Ball knocked out that time by Crow. It's kicked down there by Ironmonger. A chance for Hardy to mark again. That's his third possession. And we've only been playing just over 3 minutes.
He's shaping up for a good afternoon, isn't he?
Hardy out wide. Goes for a pass. It's a good one and marked out there by Jepp. This is Jepp on the centre wing position. A little bit heavy out there. Hand pass coming over to Wallace. Played a great game last week against the Bombers. And there's Crow getting away from Mark Roberts to take the mark about 60 metres out from goal. Quickly plays on. Oh, Beasley got one hand. He was swapped. Chance for Royal. He goes down. They pile in there like nobody's business. Tui gets a hand pass out. It's picked up by Mark Roberts. A good hand pass back. And the ball's driven away by Tui. Mercer taps the ball out. Looking there for Hawkins. Coming in as Neagle right on the boundary line. Saved that beautifully. It's picked up now again by Healy. Healy sends the ball high. Getting up over the top of the pack was Edmund. A hand pass back to Hart. That's his fourth possession. Neagle couldn't hold that. He and Hawkins having a great battle out there, and the umpire will ball it up out there on the centre wing position just over the 4-minute mark. And the scoreboard reads the Sydney Swans 1 point to the Bulldogs yet to score.
Brad Hardy 4 kicks in 1 handball so far, shaping up as the best player for the quarter. Chance with the Swans. Holden goes long towards centre half forward, trying to find Mitchell. The 2 number 10s to battle. Egan comes out with the free kick. Egan from centre half back over to Hart. Having a purple patch is the carrot top. Out to Royal. Hand pass wasn't quite long enough for him. Neagle on the bottom of that stack up. Ironmonger tries to effect the hand pass. Does get it ultimately into the open spaces to Carroll. Carroll out to Neagle. Ian Roberts it is. Roberts down towards right forward pocket. At the back is Kellett. So too is Capper and Kennedy. It's out of bounds. And it will be a throw in about 35 metres from the behind post.
Well, we've got two very strong full-backs in these two sides. We've got Kennedy, one at the ground, and Carter. Both play very tight.
Picked up by Mitchell. Goes for the hand pass to Carroll. The Swan skipper has a snapshot at goal, and he's missed it, I think. 1 point. He was only about 10 metres out too, Carroll. So 2 points. The Sydney Swans. Footscray yet to score. We've been playing 5 minutes in the first term.
Well, Footscray yet to get the ball over the 50-metre mark in their attacking zone. The Swans have been virtually into attack since the start of the quarter, just over the 5-minute mark.
Kennedy, towering punt kick. It's at some 60 metres around the boundary line, off the hands of Cordy, but he was over the line.
Free kick, Pete.
It'll be taken by, let's see, Neagle, I think, is the nearest to it. And so he'll take the free kick. A little bit short of the right half forward flank. The former Bomber. At the back is Purser. Couldn't quite take the grab, or in fact punch it clear. And the end result of all that is a ball up about 30 to 35 metres out from the goal. Not a bad crowd in attendance this afternoon. Conditions have certainly ameliorated in the last 12 or 24 hours. Knocked down by Purser, tried to get it to Kellett. Edmund got grabbed. Was it too high? Holding the ball. No. The free kick will go Footscray's way to be taken by Kellett. It's Kellett's to take the kick. Kellett from centre half back. Down towards the centre wing position. Ball knocked out of bounds again. We will once again see a boundary throw in 6.5 minutes into the first term, and no goals scored so far.
Footscray 2 points on Swans 2 points on the board, with Footscray yet to score. Footscray's half back line picked up by Wallace, a short kick. Coming in now is Marlin. Did he get one in the back? I thought he did, against Mark Roberts, and he'll take that free kick out of half back, just about on the point of the square. Hand pass over to Royal. Ball comes back now towards Holden. He's grabbed, picked up by Cordy. Good play on the part of Cordy. Goes for a hand pass to Wallace. Back over to Harder. He's killing him so far. He's well on top of this. Browning coming in there at half back. A hand pass back to Ian Roberts. Right on the boundary line, a danger hand pass. Well intercepted by Petraglia. Marlin back to Petraglia. He's too quick, the little fella. And what an improved player he is. Good play on the part of Ironmonger. Knocks the ball out. This is pressure football. Picked up now by Mitchell. Over it goes. Holden's got a clear go at centre field. A pass coming up. Getting up was Edmund. Couldn't hold the mark. They crashed there. Could be a free kick to Edmund. He got it too high. And he'll take the free kick about 55 metres out from goal. Capper moving around pretty quickly there with Edmund, but he's got him pretty well covered. There's the kick by Edmund. Ball knocked out now, kicked off the ground. Oh, it's a goal by Mitchell. He kicked that through accidentally.
Well, it's a goal.
Unbelievable.
So Mitchell brings up the Swans' first goal. First goal of the match. It came up at the 8-minute mark of the first quarter. I don't think he intended it to be a goal. Let's look at it again, Lou.
You watch it again, Pete. The ball hits the deck. He's coming through trying to pick it up. You watch that, and accidentally he's kicked it off the ground, and it's a goal, but they all count. I'm sure he wouldn't want it back into this quarter by just over 8 minutes. And it's the Swans 1 goal, 8 points to the Bulldogs yet to score. Centre bounce again. Knocked out by Purser. Going after it now is Williams. Fumble that time by Toohey. Well tackled by Steve McPherson. He said he got him in the back. And McPherson to take the free kick out there right on the Toohey, I should say, to take the free kick right on the end of the square.
Long kick by Toohey to the half-forward position for the Swans. Out comes Kellett, bounced off his chest. Umpire has found a free kick. It's going to Kellett, though, which he will take at the left half-back flank position and assisted by a 15-metre penalty. former St Kilda player. Out towards left half forward, knocked away by Ironmonger, doing well in the ruck so far. Knocked away from McGuinness, chance for Healy on centre wing, scooped out wide again, hold it. Out towards Neagle. Long hand pass, and that's a good one too as the Swans go forward again through Murphy. Murphy's kicked down towards Capper and Kennedy. Neither can take the grab. And the ball over the boundary line in front of Egan. It will be a boundary throw in some 10 metres from the behind post.
Well, Kennedy not giving Kappa much latitude down there, Pete. He's staying with him all the way.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, Kappa has got the job ahead of him on one of the best fullbacks in the game. At the other end of the ground, we have Rod Carter, who gives away nothing over. Chance for Footscray to get clear. McGuinness gets tackled well. Holden gets offloaded with a good hip and shoulder bump, and it doesn't look too good at the moment. Socked away by Rance out towards the 50-metre defence line. Hawkins and Neagle having a great battle out there. Hawkins wins this duel. Socked away again by Jep. Perhaps trying to find Royal. He may get there first. Picks it up brilliantly, the little Footscray rover. Gets Scragg. No free kick forthcoming for that. Hand passes back to Jep. In comes Mark Roberts, who's having a great year for the Swans. Ian Roberts gets the ball closer to the boundary line. Royal gets there first. High ball. Crow. Not a dirty day it isn't in Max Crow, but he has been in fair form since he came back. Browning. Ball goes for the boundary line. And taken over by Bernard Toohey. Footscray deep into attack for the first time in the match. 10.5 minutes gone first quarter. So boundary throw in. Forward pocket left for Footscray. Knocked down by Ironmonger. Picked up by Stevie Wright, who's been fairly quiet so far. Healy. Long ball. Purser at the back of Carroll. Carroll recovers the better. Rance beats him to it. Rance well shepherded. Around the boundary line. Just about out of bounds. Good block there, and the end result, a bound throw in on centre wing 11 minutes into the term.
Pete, if you can recall, last week they got off to a slow start. It wasn't until halfway through the second quarter they started to fire Footscray. They're off on the same vein again today. Ball coming back out now to Holden. Hand pass over to Wright. Right out there on the wing position. There's a chance for Corder to mark. He does out there at half back. The Swans 1 goal, 8 points to Footscray yet to score into this first quarter by just on 11.5 minutes. There's a go for Hawkins. He and Nagel having a great battle out there on the wing position. Punched out by Mark Roberts. Picked up by Toohey. He's in top form today too as he goes for a pass. Punched away again that time by Kellett. Picked up here by McLean, the best player on the ground last week. Short pass and a good one. Ireland's got it. Half forward, a long hand pass to Kellett in a bit of trouble. He's getting more trouble now as he tried to get rid of that one. There's a hard bump going in by Steve McPherson. It may have been a bit too high. And Murphy's got the free kick. A good short pass. And the ball marked by Gerard Healy, one of the most brilliant players in the lineup.
But their best player so far too.
Well, Gerard Healy gets a 15-metre penalty. This allows him to drive the ball over the half-forward line. Punched out that time by Rance. A good knockout. Once again, it's McLean. Going for a long kick, looking for McPherson. He's grabbed that one. No, he's not going to pay. He didn't pay that as Toohey goes for the boundary line. The ball is out of bounds. He said it'll be a free kick to Footscray. I think that might have been the square up. I reckon that was just about a mark. The ball back there looking for Bees at the back of the pack. He shouldn't have gone that time. He should have stayed down. Good play by Roy, but there's no one down there. McPherson coming
Fight behind the play.
Oh, there's Roberts knocked McPherson just about out right with the hand pass back there to Neagle. And it's over the old tilt himself as he drives the ball out there, Carter. And Healy's taken a great mark out there at half back. Into the quarter by just on 13 minutes. Footscray still yet to score. 1 goal, 8 points. The Swans to Footscray 0.
Hawkins to Jet. To half forward. Too long for Browning. Browning will be content to see the ball over the boundary line. And the throw-in will take place just past the 50-metre line. And coming on for the Swans is Hawk. And Mark Roberts limping off the ground.
They're going to miss him, Pete. He's had a great season so far, that young fellow. And let's remember this too. He's a local boy coming all the way from Sydney to play with the Swans.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened to him. And as I said, he limped off and went up the race. So that's not good news. Ironmonger loses that one out. Knocked away out toward Beasley. Mailer. Beautiful turn over to McLean from 40 metres out. He could just about score. He's gone for a hand pass to McGuinness, and it wasn't a good one. Out comes Carter. McGuinness trying to beat both of them. Browning dives on top of it to smother. And that was good play by the former Swan skipper. It will be a bounce. just off the boundary line. Footscray still yet to score, and we've been playing 14 minutes in the first quarter.
Their forward line not firing at all at the moment.
Breaking down across the half-forward line, actually, or back line. Out of bounds in front of Stevie Rudd. Who's again been one of their most consistent performers this year in the matches that we've seen them in. There has been many. Crow and Ironmonger. Picked up by Petraglia, but once again it's out of bounds, a little bit further around. So the Swans gradually working it away from the Footscray goal. Footscray, of course, have a superb record here in the last couple of years. They've only been beaten 2 or 3 times. Royal, high kick in towards the forward pocket. Beasley might have marked it, but I think it's out of bounds, and if it is, it's on the full. And so it will be a free kick to Rod Carter, who we mentioned earlier, one of the most consistent fullbacks in the game. Gives away handshakes and homing pigeons, and that's about it. Carter from back pocket right. Trying to find Ironmonger. Purser was at the back, so too is Neagle. Juggles it, gets pushed in the back. He'll take the free kick at the right back flank and decides to go on with it. That wasn't too sensible move. He might lose it. Ironmonger throws a Footscray player to the ground. He has lost it. Pretty silly stuff. Hawkins to take the free kick for Footscray. The runner should be coming out the Merv Neagle very quickly. Might result in a goal ultimately. Socked away by Crow. Crow at the forward pocket, just can't quite pick it up. It's out of bounds. And we will see a boundary throw at about 15 metres from the goal.
Just over the 15.5-minute mark, and Footscray yet to score a goal, or yet to score 1 goal, 8 points to Swans, with the Bulldogs 0 on the board. A stack up here about 35 metres out from the Footscray goal. Forward line not functioning too well at this present stage of the match, but that's how it happened last week. They finally came home pretty strongly against Eston to win that game convincingly. Well, Crow got up before acceptances. Danaher ducks his head, runs right into McGuinness. The umpire said it'll be a free kick. I thought he ducked his head there. He deserved that, but he's got the free kick. Short pass. Mark taken here by Hawke. Runs to centre half back, lets it fly up towards centre half forward. Punched out by Kellett. Knocked on by Rance. Going through is Williams. He's got a break here to drive the ball deep into attack. Coming out is Scapper in front of Kennedy. Goes down. He's got a chance to recover. Got a bad hand pass out. Picked up by Egan. He slipped. Over it goes to Hart. He's had a slashing first quarter. I think that's about his 6th possession. And there's a good mark taken by Purser out there on the centre wing position. That ball seems to follow Hardy. There's no doubt about that. Hardy again. Look at him beating these guys. Back it goes to Purser. Purser drives the ball long. Looking there for McPherson. Picked it up on the half volley that time. It's a kick across towards centre half floor, but there's Roberts. Knocks that one to the ground, and well tackled by McGuinness. The umpire called play on. There we see Holden run into trouble, but the ball finally cleared away by Murphy, and Williams will take the mark down towards centre half back. Quick hand pass over to right. Ball out towards the half forward line. Carroll in the front position away from Rance. Beat him pretty easily as he goes for the long kick, looking for a capper again. But there's Kennedy, got into his back. Then we a free kick. Picked up by Egan. He swung around the neck. And he'll get... No, he didn't pay that freak. I thought he was swung around the neck there.
Well, there was one to capper, as you said, though. He was pushed in the back, so a couple missed there. Like there. That was that one.
Oh, that's
that one.
How about that?
So Mitchell could have got one as well.
So it'll be a ball up about 20 metres out from the Swans' goal. Knocked out by Purser. Down goes Hardy. Capper with a shot at goal, but Capper's off target, and it's through for 1 point. So the Swans will move. It'll be a free to Hardy. I think this is about his 7th or 8th possession, isn't it?
7 kicks and 2 handballs.
Well, that's not
Hardy so far.
Not a bad performance in the first quarter. McLean's been a pretty good player too. But their forward line is non-existent at the moment, Footscray's. The big fella dropped that Ironmonger. Well backed up by Danaher out there on the centre wing position. Goes for a pass. But Purser, I would say he's playing a better game than Ironmonger. He's got the ball out there at half-back. 18.5 minutes gone of this. He's gone right across goals to Hardy for his 10th possession. He's at the 50-metre mark in the defence line. Goes for a long kick out wide to the member side of the ground on the wing position. Kicked off the ground by Kellett up towards half-forward. Coming out to meet it is Browning. Oh, this gave Kellett another go off the ground. It's down towards the forward pocket, but there's no one there to help Beasley. Smothered by Carter. Picked up by Roberts, and the ball is driven back there towards the half-back line. And nearly a mark that time to Edmund. Malin gets the ball out to McPherson. Down he goes. Picked up by McGuinness. A smart turn as the ball goes up there towards the forward pocket, but there's no one there. Bad bounce for Carter. Picked up by Danaher. Robert, but a bad kick and a mark taken here by Graham about 60 metres out from goal for Footscray.
Nailed it right half forward flank. Long way from goal. He's gone for the long kick. Ironmonger thumps the ball over the boundary line, and the throw will take place about 20 metres from the behind post. Been a good duel so far between Ironmonger and Purser. Probably Purser has done more around the ground than his Swans counterpart. 8 points the difference in favour of the Sydney team, though. Too long for Ironmonger. That boundary throw in. Danaher paddles the ball forward. Holden tries to pick it up. McGuinness has better success. Almost got leg. Steve McPherson looks for a pass. Not a well-directed one, but it does find Hawkins ultimately. Carter can't catch him. Neither can Nagel. Snapshot for goal. Should be Footscray's first score, and it's a goal. Great goal by Hawkins. So Footscray come to within 2 points of the Swans. 1 goal. Sydney 1-2, 8 points at the Western Oval.
That was good play on the part of Hawkins that time. You'll see McPherson get it out. The hand or the kick wasn't the greatest in the world, but it bounces okay for Hawkins on the second go. And that's a beautiful left foot snap at goal by the brilliant wing player for Footscray, and their first goal for the match, and that came at the 20-minute mark of the first quarter.
For a long time, the Footscray's first goal. 2 points the difference as Ironmonger knocks the Swans further forward. Williams' hand pass is taken by Barry Mitchell. Mitchell from forward will look for Capper. He's playing in front of Kennedy. Capper has to try to knock it away. Not successful. Umpire's found a free kick. It's going Footscray's way.
On the shoulder of Kennedy, Pete.
Wallace marks in front of Stevie Wright. The 50-metre defence line, short pass to Hawkins, who takes it just inside the line. And a good duel between he and Neagle so far. Well, as I reckon, about even. Hawkins' kick up towards centre wing. Big pack of players out there. Holden goes through solidly with a good hip and shoulder, but Traglia dispossessed. Danaher's kick or pass wasn't a good one. Actually went into a pack of players. Finally picked up by Petraglia. Petraglia down towards the centre wing position. Out comes Steve McPherson. Looks for the hand pass to Crow. Crow from inside the square goes long, looking for Beasley. Nudges Carter. He's got the mark.
Gave him a nudge.
He's gone for a hand pass. Here's another goal coming up the Royal. Couldn't miss from there. Good play by Footscray with their forward line finally working, and the Bulldogs hit the front for the first time. 2 straight. 12 points. The Swans 1-2-8.
Well, the Bulldogs could have been a little bit lucky that time, but there was no doubt that Beasley gave Carter a little bit of a nudge, but the umpire didn't take much notice that enough to stop him in his tracks and quit thinking on the part of the Bulldog full forward. There's the mark. He certainly gave him a nudge. Now watch the quick hand pass and backing out beautifully as Royal to kick an easy goal.
Royal and Hawkins, the goal kickers for Footscray. Mitchell, the only goal kicker for the Swans, and that was off the ground. Sevens big lead from the Western Oval, 22.25 minutes into the first quarter. Footscray lead by 4 points.
4 points the difference in favour of the Bulldogs. Ball driven up there by Jepp over their half-forward line. Punch done by Royal, knocked away by Danaher. Going in as Browning, they bounce on top of him. He's got a push in the back, and he'll take the free kick at the 50-metre mark on the Swans' defensive line. Well, a pretty good crowd here today, round about the 25,000 mark, I would say. The ball back to centre field. Ball hits the deck. Purser. He's the top ruckman at the moment. Gets it out wide. Chance for McPherson. Couldn't grab it, but picked it up on the second hop. Hooks the ball back. Chance for Royal. He's in a bit of trouble here. He's got one a bit high. The umpire said yes, it'll be a free kick on the shoulder. So Royal at the 60-metre mark. A hand pass coming over now to McLean. McLean drives the ball up there towards the full forward position. Nearly a mark to Crow, a ripper. He's going to play that one for sure. That was a great bit of juggling on the part of Crow, and he's got the mark. Only about 5 metres out from goal, on a bit of an angle. Watch that again. He had to work for that desperately that time, Crow. He's grabbed it.
Crow was one of the few players that really didn't fire for Footscray against Essendon.
That's right, Pete. Waiting on the Bulldogs' third goal coming up now. He's kicked it. So it's Footscray looking good again. 3 straight shots for goal, 18 points. And the Sydney Swans 1 goal, 8 points. And we're at the, or just on the 23.5-minute mark of this first quarter. Footscray looking a lot better now, Pete.
They are looking a lot better. It took them some 20 minutes to get their first score on the board. McLean And this is the juggling act of the afternoon. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 grabs before Max Crowe has finally paid the mark. Crowe, Hawkins and Royal, the goal kickers for Footscray. 10 points the difference. Ironmonger doing well at the bounces. 24 minutes into the term. The Swans go forward again. Williams soccers the ball further forward up to their 50-metre line. Edmund out to Hawke. A lovely balk to get around Kerrett. The shot at goal is long. Capper and Kennedy. Backing up well is Cordy. Capper again. Academy Award performance and no free kick there. Stevie Wright tries to get clear. Does so ultimately. Snapshot for goal. And Murphy is off target. Might be a point. It is. A long time between scoring for the Swans. Footscray doing most of it in the last 10 minutes.
Footscray's defence is very tight at the moment.
I said the book was out there. I didn't see who got booked because I was looking at the scores. Don't know what happened there. Might have been a time-wasting charge.
Could have been against Healy for wasting time. Threw the ball into the crowd. I think that's a bit petty, just to say.
Well, all those time-wasting charges are petty.
Well, that's a $500 fine which the club will play, so what's he worried about?
Kennedy brings the ball back into play.
Doctor have to sell his grand piano to get the money for them.
A couple of keys. Royal. Murphy. Malin. Wins out over to Wallace. On to McLean at centre field. And that centre of the ground was not too bad either. McLean goes long. Beasley, has he got the mark in front of Carter? I think so.
That was a great mark, Peter, by Simon Beasley. A great mark because Carter was right on his tail, putting tremendous pressure on him. You watch that now. He's really on his tail. He fell on his back and nearly squashed him into the ground. And there's no doubt about Simon Beasley. He's got a bit of talent, hasn't he?
More than a bit. 99 VFL games, and it might be his first goal on that 99th. 55 metres from goal now. Come into the line. That's pretty good. That's a goal. Never looked like missing. Beasley's first and Footscray's fourth, and the Bulldogs looking pretty good at the moment in the first quarter after a slow start. 4 straight to 1-3 at the Western Oval. Goal kickers are Crowe, Hawkins, Royal, and now Beasley. That one from 45 metres out. It went through more than post height. Excellent kick from Beasley following an equally good mark. So the Swans looking a little bit bedraggled at the moment. Their only goal kicked by Barry Mitchell, and that indeed was somewhat of an accident off the ground. 26.5 minutes have got in the first quarter. 24 plays 9. That was Beasley's first goal.
Centre bounce again. The Bulldogs are hot. Chance now for Mitchell to pick it up. A hand pass to Browning. He's put off balance, but still gets his kick down towards the half-forward line. It's going for the boundary line. This will be close, and it's out of bounds, about 70 metres around from the Swans' goal. They started off pretty well for the first 10 or 15 minutes, but I must admit they did get a lucky goal kicked through by Mitchell. But the Bulldogs have bounced back. Purser doing well in the ruck. Royals kick is smothered by Williams. Down goes Malin. He's got no hope of getting out of that crowd there, and they'll ball it up. Still about 65 metres out from the Swans' goal. It's Footscray, 4 goals straight, 24 points. That's the sort of kicking that wins matches. 1 goal, 3 9 points, the Sydney Swans. It's a go for Mitchell again. He's grabbed. So is Hawke. It'll be dropping the ball. Well, I would have let that go. I think that was a bit severe on Hawke. It was knocked out of his hand. Anyway, the free kick to go to Egan. And it's good to see Egan playing back with the Bulldogs because he's been certainly hindered by injury over the last few years, Peter. Oh, there we see Big Ironmonger give Royal one to go on with.
He missed him.
Well, I think he might have just clipped him a little bit, but didn't worry the little fella because most rovers are pretty strong when it comes to the point of the chin.
Well, around the mouth area too.
Around the mouth area too. Picked up time by Tui. He falls to the ground. He got one on the back, and the umpire will play the free kick. Footscray looking good at the 28 or just on the 28.5-minute mark at this first quarter. 24 points, plays 9. So Tui out there on that edge of the square. Down towards the half-forward line, but a good distance out from goal. The kick falls short of the 50-metre line. Knocked down to Wright. He's in trouble. He's grabbed. Is that hole in the man? The umpire didn't think so. Wright tried to get it out. Down goes Mitchell. They're applying plenty of pressure. The Bulldogs, they're really going in pretty hard down there in defence. And the umpire's found a free kick this time. It'll go to Murphy. And this fella can turn on a pretty good game every now and again. A quick hand pass coming over to Browning. Looking there for Capper. He's swamped by plenty of players. The ball pushed out by Gordy, grabbed by Malin. And Footscray take the ball away from the danger line. Out past their 50-metre defence line. It's Hawker and Neagle having a battle. Now it'll be out of bounds. Hawkins screaming out there for a free kick, but he was staging. Knocked out by Callett. Fresh air shot by Jeff. He's got time to recover. Purser bubbled that one, but knocked it right in the hands of Wright. Back to Williams. A long kick up towards Capper and Kennedy again. Oh, great mark after giving Capper one in the back. It was a good mark, and this fella's having a tremendous run at the moment. Played a superb game last week. Let's watch that again. Gave him a nudge, but there's the siren to win the first quarter. And Footscray bouncing out of it pretty well. 4 straight shots for goal, 24 to the Sydney Swans. 1 goal, 3-9 points.
Second quarter from the Western Oval. Munger and Purser. Williams had a touch at it but couldn't get clear. Neither can Purser. Fires out the hand pass to Hawkins. Hawkins up towards half forward for Footscray. Crow out to Petraglia. Grab, and then he breaks clear again. Back to Hawkins. Hawkins' kick is short down towards half forward, and the mark is taken by Murphy in front of McLean. And he'll probably get a 15-metre penalty for that. To right half-back flank. Murphy. Long ball. Up and over the half-forward, the centre wing position. The ball knocked out of the hands of Grant. Williams dives on top of him.
The one in the back, Pete.
For which he'll take the free kick. And I would imagine get a 15-metre penalty just about. Murray Ranch from the left half-back flank. Goes inside, down towards Wallace. Crow knocks the ball down towards Neagle. Ian Roberts in front of McGuinness. Roberts has kicked to centre wing, trying to find Carroll. Mitchell. Morwood, haven't seen much of him.
Well, that's his first touch for the match so far, Pete. He didn't have a possession in the first quarter.
4 goals to 1-3. The Swans' only goal was socked off the ground by Mitchell. 1 is Purser, 7 is Carroll. Chance for Williams. Comes out to Morwood, gets the ball out wide again. Healy. Healy's kick at goal is dropping a little bit short. Kennedy and Kappa. The ball socket through for a point. I was looking to see if the umpire played a free kick. He didn't, so the point is allowed. So 1-4 to 4 goals. Kennedy towards the outer side. Holden had it and then lost it. Picked up by Phil Nayland. The hand passes on to Hawkins. He'll turn out to Royal from right centre wing. Tui running with him. Nagel behind him. He's gone over the top of both of those players, trying to find Steve McPherson. Good tackle by Stevie Wright. On to Hawkins again, getting on top of Nagel. Hawkins' kick, not a well-directed one. The mark taken by Browning.
Good safe mark by Browning down there in defence. Footscray still looking pretty good. They're fighting it better. 15-metre penalty. This brings him up to the 50-metre defence line for the Swans. The ball back towards the centre of the ground. Ironmarket tried to grab that, but Purser's on top of him. He was grabbed well by Hawke, picked up by Carroll. He's grabbed too. Had to go for the hand pass. Back to Jeff. Scoops it out the back, but playing a good hand pass out there to McLean. Back it goes to Gallett. Well, they're playing with a lot more confidence than the Sydney Swans at this particular stage of the game. Staying at the back with McPherson over to Mayland. A hand pass coming over to Petraglia. Back there to McGuinness. This could be a goal, but he's off target. He's put it out of bounds. Well, they had a big chance to keep their straight record intact there because they've had 4 shots for goal and 4 goals on the board. 24 points, the Sydney Swans. Footscray, I mean. With the Sydney Swans, 1 goal, 10 points. All back into play and a good mark to Browning. Not doing a bad job there in defence. He needs a few more mates. So Browning's kick is back out there towards the wing position. Coming in as Hawke. Good mark. Quickly plays on. Looking down there for Edmund in front. Punched out that time by Kelly. He's had him pretty well guarded. And the ball is out of bounds about 65 metres around from the Sydney Swans goal. 3.5 minutes gone of the second quarter. 24 plays 10 in favour of Footscray. Picked up by Purser, dominating the ruck. He's doing a great job there. It's a good kick back towards the centre of the ground. Coming across as Crow tapped it down, but unfortunately Footscray Holden's in the way. Drives it back. A chance now for Egan. The little back pocket player got it in front of Kappa that time. That was a gutsy mark. Now Egan would Strong mark, grabbed around the neck, was a mark and a free kick and a 15-metre penalty. This brings him just about up to the 50-metre mark on the defence line. Ball back towards the centre of the ground again. Once again, no, not once again, but that's Danaher to take the mark. A quick hand pass back to Neagle. Gets around Petraglia. Ball back over the half-forward line, and Egan once again, the two number 10s. He's gone for a hand pass out to Hardy, who was the best player on the ground. Had 11 possessions in the first quarter of Wallace. Not far behind him, over to Hawkins. There'll be another one coming to Mail, and that's a long hand pass. It's got to bounce right. It doesn't the first time. Holden's right on his tail. He's got a bit of trouble. The umpire said it'll be dropping the ball against him. He must have been throwing the ball, I should imagine. Couldn't work the free kick unless he scooped it up and threw it out. Just on the 5-minute mark, it's still 24 plays 10 in favour of the Bulldogs.
Hawkins again getting on top of Neagle. Out to Royal at right half forward. Royal long kick could just about be a score. Steve McPherson gets the bounce, puts it through. So McPherson first goal and Footscray go further ahead. They're looking good, the Bulldogs. 5 straight. The difference is 20 points at Footscray.
That was brilliant play on the part of McPherson that time. He could have easily picked it up. You watch this kick by Royal. Now, McPherson waits for it, anticipates beautifully as it hits the deck. He just tapped it down onto his boot, didn't bother even to pick it up and let it fly. That was real soccer tactics that time. Brilliant play on the part of number 27, Stephen McPherson.
Royal, Beasley, Hawkins, Crow, and now Steve McPherson, the goal kickers for Footscray.
And he can be like a stick of gelignite sometimes. He can go off pretty easily, Pete.
20 points the difference at the Western Oval. 5 3/4 minutes into the second quarter. The Bulldogs doing it well from their Sydney Caparts at the moment. Up towards half forward again. Petraglia gets the hand pass. Steve McPherson once more. Well shepherded by Royal. Goes long up towards full forward. Beasley and Carter knocked away by the latter. Ball socket off the ground. That's just about out of bounds on the full against Browning.
Well, Browning should have picked that up. He had plenty of time to do that. He wouldn't take the chance.
McGuinness to take the free kick. He's opposite number 11. Gets a play on call from the umpire. Carter and Beasley again. Ironmonger tried to get it out to Holden. Succeeds. Healy. Healy's kick back towards centre field. Not a well-directed kick straight into the arms of Rance. McLean, a juggle. McLean left half forward. Off the side of the boot. Royal goes up against Holden, picked up by Browning. He can't get clear. It's going to be a bounce about 25 metres out from goal. Incidentally, I should mention once again, the black armbands worn by the Swans players today are for veteran trainer Jock Bartlett, who died by Footscray players as well. I think a couple might have because they used to play with the Swans. Royal. Close to Beasley. McPherson. Carter. Rushed through, I think.
That's a point, Pete.
Yes, it rushed through. There's some clown throws a can over the field.
That Steve McPherson's pretty far. He's ready to go and he tickered the clock.
Anyway, I'll finish what I was saying about Jock Bartlett. Jock was the veteran trainer at the Swans and in fact had been made a life member of the VFL. He died last week after the game at the SCG. There's another fight. It's Tui and Steve McPherson again. Williams to Stevie Wright. Right from half-back flank. Brad Hardy. In front is Carroll, and Carroll takes the mark in front of Max Crow at the 50-metre defence line, but the Swans breaking down badly across their half-forward line as Browning takes
Well,
it.
Carroll started off in attack, but they got him down there in defence where I said he plays his best football. A good, strong centre half-back and attacking one, that's where they've got to play. Because they're breaking down there on that half-back line, the Sydney Swans. There's no doubt about that. The scoreboard shows that. 5 straight shots for goal, 30 points. Footscray to the Sydney Swans, 1-4-10. The ball out of bounds. Coming back there towards Petraglia and Browning having a great battle. It'll be a free kick to Browning. Grabbed on the shoulder, the umpire indicated. He'll take that free kick out there at half-back. Not playing a bad game for the Swans, and they haven't got many good players as Carroll sends the ball back over their half-forward line. Ball kicked out or grabbed by Rance, using strong tactics there, going in his court. He sockets it off the ground. The ball is out of bounds on the centre wing position. Just over the, or just on the 9-minute mark of this second quarter. As Pete said before, a pretty good crowd here today, well over the 25,000 mark. So there's no doubt about it. The Sydney Swans, once the ugly ducklings of the league, are now drawing big crowds to football. That's great. And there's a strong mark taken by Toohey. Well, actually, Toohey, Pete, I thought played a fair game in the first quarter, too, for them.
They didn't have too many good players.
No, they haven't got too many at the moment. Their forward line is breaking down. Chance there, the ball punched out that time by Jep. Comes back in out of Wallace, a good hand pass to McPherson. Bumble that one, he bounced beautifully off Toohey. Back it goes to Wallace looking for Mail, and down goes Browning. They pounce on top of him. It's finally driven away that time by Mitchell. The ball picked up by Purser, doing a great job. Over to Jep. The ball back there towards the half-forward line. Crow comes in, gets up high, couldn't hold the mark. It beats them all, kicked off the ground. Little bit of luck there by Roberts. Goes straight to the hands of Neagle. Out wide towards the wing position. It's a chance now for Healy to pick this up. He's on his own. He's got a paddock to run, and he goes for a hand pass. Picked up by Williams. Has been pretty quiet today. He's gone backwards. He gives the ball back to Healy. Over to Williams again. They could lose it. There's Hardy coming in. Williams goes for a hand pass again. Not a good one. They're in trouble as McLean gets away from Healy. And that's bad play as we see McPherson get up too high, too early. Picked up by Toohey again. And the Swans go back into attack, and that'll be a free kick just about to Edmund. He doesn't need it. He breaks clear. He's grabbed. He goes after it again. He's got it clear, but there's Egan doing a great job down there in defence. Got the Rovers well covered and takes the mark a little bit short of the 50-metre defence line for the Bulldogs. Got plenty of time to go for a bit of a run. Goes right across the ground. He's looking there for Hawkins. Well played by Neagle. Intercepted that one, but right on his tail is Purser. Umpire called play on Holden. A bad hand pass. They're making a lot of mistakes, the Sydney Swans. The ball back there that time by Malin. Out it goes to Neagle. Grab picked up here now by Hawke. Hawke at half-backs, ready to send them back into attack again.
Up towards full forward. Edmund and Kellett. Kappa comes out with the ball, but the umpire has blown the whistle. Free kick going to the Swans. It will be in the back. The recipient will be Jim Edmund. They had a chance for the Swans' second goal. The only other major contributor by the Swans was in the first quarter. It came to Barry Mitchell, which was the result of a kick off the ground. And Edmund should know the goals well on this ground. It's only about 25 metres from goal, kicking to the Geelong road end. Missed it, judging by the crowd reaction. 1 point. So 3 behinds kicked so far by Jim Edmund out of the Swans tally of 1-5, and they trail by 19 points. Rick Kennedy, Footscray skipper, to bring the ball back into play. Knocked away by Neagle from Hawkins, picked up by Cordy, gets it back to Jep, who fumbles. He's shepherded well by Malin. Around the boundary line he goes once again to Hawkins, covering plenty of territory. Long kick by the Footscray winger. Ian Roberts knocks it away from Royal. Crow and Browning. Good knock by Dennis Carroll to keep Crow away. It's out of bounds again. See once again Doug Hawkins playing on the other side again this quarter, and of course Neagle is stuck with him.
I think he's got one leg short on the other, Pete.
Could happen here because that ground is lopsided. Ironmonger, Holden, Hawkins in the road again, out of bounds. Throw in on centre wing. 12 3/4 minutes gone in the second quarter.
Swans hand passing letting him down badly. Not very direct with it, Pete, and very hesitant.
Crow and Ironmonger. Won by Max Crow, picked up by Hawkins again. Neagle can't get clear. Stack up developing on the outer wing once more. And again, the end result is going to be a bounce. The Swans' forward work has left a lot to be desired. Footscray's defence, led by Kennedy and Egan, has been excellent.
19 points the difference in favour of Footscray. Malin copped one a bit high. He'll get a free kick for sure. Got it right on the ear. And Malin to take the free kick out there on that wing position. You'll see that. Ball down there towards half-forward. Good mark to Neil Cordy. And he'd be about 45 metres out from goal. You see Beasley moving around. Has dropped it short. Danaher has dropped it too short for Rance. Danaher gets a hand pass back. Picked up by Mort. I think this is going to be his first kick if he gets it. He got a hand pass out now. And the ball finally taken away by Mitchell. It's a bad kick, and the ball marked here again by Cordy. They're looking very strong, Footscray, playing well on top of the Sydney Swans. He's out there on the centre wing position with Footscray 5 shots for goal, 30 points. To the Sydney Swans 1 goal, 5-11. into the quarter by 14 minutes. That's the second quarter. Chance for Beasley. At the back there is Carter. Beasley's got it one hand but couldn't take the mark. Picked up by Williams. Over to Browning. A fumble. That was a hot ball. He couldn't get rid of that one. And the umpire will ball it up out there about 60 metres out from the Sydney Swans back line. Or let's say the Footscray goal line. 30 plays 11 in favour of Footscray. 19 points the difference. Knocked out by Purser, dominating the knockouts. Coming back to McLean. Tewey's right on his tail. He's hooked it back. Carter comes and picks it up pretty well. Drives it back towards that wing position. There's a chance now for the ball to be picked up by Jepp to Hardy. To Wallace. It's got a bounce right. Doesn't go the first time. Now he's got a chance to pick it up. Into his back that time was Maud. Hawkins with brilliant play. Good play on the part of Nigel. They've had a great battle out there, the two of them, but coming through that time was Rance. Couldn't get through the mud. Over to Malin. Malin tries to snuggle it away that time from Danaher, but the umpire will ball it up at centre field in the middle of the glue pot there. 15 minutes gone. 30 plays 11. The Bulldogs still on top. But let's say this, Pete, that the Swans are playing a little bit more determinedly at the moment. Malin's kick is smothered. And this will be another ball up right at the centre circle.
It's like mud wrestling. He's stuck, he can't move.
Malin, the ball's pretty well coated too. It looks like a chocolate-coated football, doesn't it? Up she goes. Knocked out by Purser to Malin. A hand pass to Hawkins. Tries to get it back to Petragli. Successful. Back to Malin again. Desperately that time was Browning trying to grab him. Picked up now by Carroll. Carroll goes for the long kick. Rance in front. Couldn't hold the mark. Goes down. Grabbed. Oh, there's a free kick on the shoulder. Now he's going to go ball it up. Thought it might have been a free kick on the shoulder to Wigan, but the umpire said no. There'll be a ball up down towards the half-forward line for the Sydney Swans as we approach the 16-minute mark with the Sydney Swans 1 goal, 5-11, trailing Footscray 5 straight shots for goal, 30 points.
Hawkins to Jepp was a bad piece of play. Out it comes to Williams now at left half-forward flank for the Swans. Leading out is Capo. Kennedy might have got on his shoulder, but the umpire says nothing for that. Hardy around to the boundary line. Good safe piece of play. Wright can't gather it in before it's over, and it will be a throw in about 55 metres from goal. Swans in attack, but they've only scored 1 goal so far for the match. Knocked down by Purser, knock on by Danaher. Up to Williams. Can't get it away from Wallace. Rance. Long ball by the former West Australian. Knock on by Tui. Hawke. In plenty of trouble. Finally picked up by Mitchell. Edmund in front. Can't take the grab. He's kicked 3 points so far. The former Footscray skipper playing for the Swans. Up towards half forward or full forward now. Neil Cordy. Good safe grab. He's covering plenty of ground. He was on the forward line having a shot at goal previously. Hardy. Wallace. Good tackle by Stevie Wright. In goes Egan. Wright gets it out to Healy. Healy a good hand pass on to Tony Morwood. Tony Morwood on to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Morwood. He should shoot from goal from there. His shot at goal is off target. 1 point. So 1-6 the Swans tally now. They can't score goals. 1-6 to 5 goals.
Well, they're blowing this game with bad kicking, Pete.
Footscray have only had 5 effective shots. Well, 5 goals.
Swans playing a lot for this latter stage of the quarter.
Taken by Purser. Purser's wobbly punt kick very close to the boundary line. Hawkins has marked it, I think, inside the line. Umpire agrees. Hawkins gets up, getting the better of Neagle now in that duel. 16 possessions to Doug Hawkins so far. That's not a bad effort to this part of the match. Crow goes for the knock-on, picked up by Carroll. Carroll fires out the hand pass, ultimately comes back to Mitchell. Mitchell's kicked very close to the boundary line again, still in play. Hawkins went up, good bump, put Stevie right out of business. Hawkins again. He's shaping up as one of the best on the ground. In front is Ironmonger, at the back is Purser. Royal throws it superbly. Gets clear of Browning and Carroll. Up towards half forward, Beasley, McGuinness. Neither can take it. Plenty of Swans defenders pile on top of it, including Tui. And it will be a bounce at centre half forward for Footscray. Well, defences have been well on top. Only 6 goals scored so far. The Swans have only scored 1 of those. And indeed, that was a lucky one off the ground. Knocked down. Now towards McLean, who takes the grab. Gets on with it quickly, a high ball in towards the full forward zone. Two Swans players are there. It should have been a mark to Roberts. Yes, he has paid it. And Ian Roberts will get the Swans out of danger again.
19 minutes gone of the second quarter. The ball kicked out wide now, and Carroll goes for a short pass. It's successful. Healy with a one back now. Picked up by Toohey. Toohey's kick is around towards the wing position. Good play on the part of Morwood. Well, he was very quiet for the first quarter and a half. In the last 5 minutes, he's had a couple of touches. Ball drops short. Kellett in front, couldn't hold the mark. Danaher playing down there at centre half forward, and the ball is finally forced out of bounds. So it's out of bounds about 75 metres around from the Sydney Swans goal. They're 12 points to Footscray 30. But they can't score a goal. They're finding it very difficult to do that. Right on the boundary line, pushed back by McQueen. Murphy, Hawke. Over it goes now to Mitchell. Drives it long, looking for Capper, but he's pretty well covered by Kennedy. Got one hand to it, couldn't hold the mark. Going after it now is Edmund. The ball is forced out of bounds. So the ball out of bounds about 20 metres around from the Sydney Swans goal. They're 12 points to 30 Footscray. Very hard tussle today. Capper knocks it out, or was knocked out, picked up that time by Royal. Ball comes back there towards that half forward line. There's Carroll, run to the 50-metre line, a long kick at the goals. It won't make. Oh, there's a mark to Morwood. As I said, he's coming into the game the last 10 minutes. Now he's got a chance, a very good chance to kick a goal here, because he's only about 5 or 6 metres out from goal. It was a strong mark, and that's typical of Moore to take those sort of marks under pressure. And we've got a chance from about 5 metres out to put their second goal on the board. There it is. That's a goal, and a badly needed one. So at the 20-minute mark of this second quarter, the Sydney Swans move to 2 goals, 6-18. The Footscray 5 straight shots for goal, 30 points.
Goal kickers for the Swans, Mitchell and now Morwood. And for Footscray, Crow, Hawkins, Beasley, Steve McPherson and Royal.
Well, as we said before, Morwood out of the game for a quarter and a half. But the last 5 or 6 minutes, he's bounced back again. You can't keep a champ down for too long. Just on the 21.5-minute mark, 12 points the difference in favour of Footscray. Knocked out by Ironmonger. Hurried kick that time by Mail, and over there to Petraga, but Browning's kicked it the wrong way down towards the half-forward line. It's the second time he's done that, and the ball will go out of bounds. About 65 cents.
Carroll bring the back, Luke.
Might be a free kick to Carroll. He got one in the back. So the umpire indicated, and he's been a pretty good player today. Well, we don't see this fellow ever play a bad game. He's a great captain and certainly an inspiration to the team.
Well, of course, it was Carroll's kick that did get the ball to Tony Morwood before, after that fine run down the ground. Hold it, out to Morwood again. Picked up by Wins, good tackle by Jeff, but Williams sidesteps him okay. Williams' kick is short, underneath it is Hardy, but Danaher in front takes the grab.
Looking a lot better now, the Swans.
Well, they'd need to. Danaher goes for a short pass. Out in front of goal comes Edmund, but here he beats him to it. I think he actually intended that for Edmund, but here he saw it dropping a little bit short. Got underneath it, and he's directly in front of goal. The opportunity for his first and the Swans' third goal, which would bring them right back into contention in this game. Probably their most constructive player in the first quarter, Gerard Healy. .45 metres from goal. Off target as it comes back. 1 point. So the Swans still kicking badly for goal. 2-7-19. They trail Footscray by 11 points. The Bulldogs 5 straight 30. Rick Kennedy. Towering punt kick. That's a good 70 metres. Now towards the wing position out of side. Jeff fumbles, and the chances for Neagle. A hand pass comes back from Williams. Ultimately to Royal on centre wing. Royal's kick down towards half forward, looking for McGuinness. Roberts punches the ball clear. That is almost a throw. Picked up by Max Crow. Crow's kick is short. Ian Roberts and McPherson. Roberts fumbles. McPherson right there with him. That's Toohey. Toohey over to Murphy. Murphy's kick, transferring play up toward the member stand side. Healy again. Maitland late on the scene. Might concede a 15-metre penalty. We'll wait on the umpire for that. By Ian Robinson says no. Healy at right half-back flank. Ball goes wide up towards the wing position. Trying to find Morwood. It rebounds into the arms of Stevie Wright, who's been fairly quiet so far. Wright, a short pass, trying to find Edmund. Gets clear of Kellett. Not a good hand pass. Picked up by Holden. In turn, Hawke. Over to right again, 50 metres out. Lovely sidestep to get around Hawkins, and the shot at goal is again off target and through for a point. So the Swans come into the 20s, 2-8 to 5 goals. The difference is 10 points.
Well, they've had plenty of opportunity to score goals, 10 shots to 5, and they're off target. That could cost them the game. A short pass, and it's Hardy again to take the mark down there in the back pocket position.
1-5 they've kicked this quarter.
24 and a half minutes gone just about into the second quarter. There's a good mark taken there by Holden. Out there about 65 metres out from goal. Quickly plays on. It'll drop short. Danaher juggles that one, goes after it again, picked up by Mitchell. Out it goes to Hawke. Coming in as Royal, playing a great game. He's grabbed, but still gets the hand pass long to Purser. Tapped it down beautifully over there to McGuinness. Back to Royal again. Over it goes to Jeff. A long hand pass to Wallace. They got a chance to score now as they go deep into attack. Beasley out. Carter tapped the ball on, but he won't give in. Carter, look at him smothering the ball. Strong play by Carter, and he blocked them going down the ground that time. Full marks to Carter, and the umpire will ball it up about 40 metres out from the Footscray goal. They're in front by 10 points. Into the time-on period by about 10 seconds. Well, the Swans have bounced back, and the Bulldogs not getting everything their own way as they were for the first half of this second quarter. They've come right back to the field. Knocked out by Ironmonger. Petraglia couldn't get it through. Browning knocks it down, but a bit of luck there. Picked up by Murphy. Out wide, and Jeff's got the mark. He's out there on the centre wing position. Could be a 15-metre penalty. It is. Bringing Williams back. And incidentally, he's been pretty quiet today. Pete Wallace well on top of him.
Yes.
There's the kick by Williams up there towards the centre or the full forward position. Crow's claiming the mark. He's playing it.
Good kick too, Crow. He get the distance here.
Well, he's only about, let's see, about 30 metres out from goal on a slight angle.
4 marks to Max Crow.
Just thought that Ironmonger may have punched that one away, but the umpire didn't think so. And let's give the umpire the benefit of the doubt because he's a lot closer than we are. There's the kick by Crow. It's a shocker and through for a point. So Footscray kicking their first point of the match at the 26-minute mark of this second quarter. 5 goals, 1-31. Footscray to the Sydney Swans. 2 goals, 8-20.
1-5 to 1-1 this quarter.
Ball back into play again. Tapped down that time by McGuinness. A hand pass coming out from Williams. Another one over to two. He's played a pretty good game at centre field. Goes for a long kick over the half-forward line. Egan gets a punch away from Wright, but Wright won't give in. Picked up by Danaher over to Hawke. Out wide now to Healy, their best player, running to an open goal. This could go back to Hawke, and you can put down your glasses over that one. That's a goal. So the Sydney Swans really back in business now. 3 goals, 8-26 to Footscray. 5 goals, 1-31.
The Swans' best passage of forward play for the match to date as we watch that in replay. Danaher out to Hawke, out to Healy. As Lou said, and few would argue, their best player, Hawke, takes it. And from 15 metres out directly in front, puts through his first and the Swans' 3rd goal. So finally they crack it. They've kicked 2 goals this quarter, but they've also kicked 5 behinds. Time on being played in the second quarter. The difference is now 5 points in favour of Footscray. In goes Williams. Out comes Neagle. Shoots the hand pass out. It comes to Murphy from Mitchell. Kick dropping short. In fact, past Hawke at halfback. Hardy. Long kick out towards the boundary line. In fact, it's nearly out of the full, but just eludes Steve Wallace as the siren goes to end a rather short second quarter, only 27:45 in duration. And the scoreboard at the main chain shows the Bulldogs 5-1-31, leading the Sydney Swans 3-8-26.
You want to be a real footballer? I've been a real footballer. You've got to look like a real footballer. You've got to go for the mark. The VFL mark. Go for the mark. Go for the mark.
Go for the VFL mark at leading stores. Real footy gear, real footy accessories, real footy supporters gear too, in all club colours and badges. Go for the VFL mark at leading stores.
Third quarter from the Western Oval. Footscray lead by 5 points after they led by 15 at quarter time. That in the back or holding the ball? In the back. Free kick going Footscray's way to Brian Royal.
Played a very good game today, Peter.
He has. 16 possessions to Choco, as he's affectionately known. Almost a mark to Ironmonger. Tried to get the hand pass out to Murphy, couldn't do so. Umpire Robinson will bounce it just at centre half forward.
Pete, he's had a lot of help from Purser. Purser, in my opinion, nearly the best player on the ground.
Crow wins that one away from Ironmonger. Knock on by McLean, picked up by Royal again from half forward flank. Royal, a long shot, could just about be a score, but Carter standing in the road in front of Beasley and Liberatore, who's on the ground for the first time to take the mark. Carter from back pocket right. Ironmonger and Purser, man in front, no mark paid either, picked up by Jepp, couldn't get clear. Williams, Healy, right, around Purser, right on the boundary line, nearly ran out of bounds with the ball. Too long for Hawke. Ball fisted away by Rance. Cordy, stolen by Hawke. No one to give it to. Goes backwards to Healy. Good tackle out there by Purser. Jepp. Oh, bad hand pass. Down goes Hawke. Got one a little bit too high, and he'll take the free kick.
Not much skill on the part of Jepp that time. Like a cow with a cup of tea, Pete.
Hawke from right centre wing. A good mark taken by Jimmy Edmund. Certainly not the most popular player here at the Western Oval this afternoon. Edmund, long kick in front is Cordy. At the back is Kennedy. Footscray's defence working well. They've combined well right throughout the afternoon. Royal again, gathering plenty of possessions in the early part of this third quarter. Over the head of the pack. Steve McPherson's been watching the World Cup, but it didn't work. Carroll back towards half forward or centre wing, and the mark is taken by Purser.
Strong play by Purser today. A hand pass coming out wide. Oh, messed up that time by the Bulldogs. Hawke gets the ball over now. It goes down there by right. And a good mark to Edmund, getting on top of Callett. Back to right again from about 50 metres out. Chance for Morwood to mark. Well stopped by Hardy right on the goal line there, and through for 1 point. Well, there's no doubt about it. Since about halfway through the second quarter, the Swans have looked a lot better. And, of course, they've had a bit of bad luck or bad kicking. They've had 12 shots to 6. And they should be in front. Footscray looked good. There's a bad kick in. Grabbed there by Mitchell, but Egan goes after him. He grabs him. Umpire calling play on. Determined play that time by Egan. The ball is forced out of bounds. But it's still within kicking distance of the Swans' goal. It's only about 30 metres around. On that outside of the ground, as we said before, a pretty good crowd here today, around about the 25,000 mark. The Swans are a very good draw card now because they're a top side. Ball picked up by Wright. Oh, he copped one too high that time from McLean. And he'll take the free kick well within kicking distance. The angle's pretty acute, but he could easily kick this one. Watch it again. Got him right around the neck. Just about strangled him. So he's got a chance to score a goal and will put them in front into this quarter by just over 3.5 minutes. That's the third quarter. There's the kick. But once again, the Swans are off target and it's through for another point. So it's 31 plays, 28, a difference of 3 points.
13 effective shots to 6, Lou.
Well, they should have been in front because they've played a lot better since about halfway through. That's a bad kick and a good mark taken here by Neagle. Neagle's right on the 50-metre mark. A quick hand pass coming over to Carroll. A long kick. That's a magnificent kick at the goals. But they're off target again, so the difference only 2 points now. So this could cost them the game, but Footscray will have to play a little better than they're playing at the moment. They've only got about 4 players firing. Ball back into play by Rance. It's a long kick over the towards the half-back line. Tui gets a hand pass back to Williams. Another hand pass out to Healy. No doubt the Swans' best player. And Healy's kick is over the half-forward line. Kappa's there, and punched out by Kennedy. It's Hawke coming out of the pack away from Hardy. Spins out nicely. And Kappa's got his first chance to kick a goal for the match. I think he's only had 1 touch for the game, so Kennedy's had him pretty well covered. But this kick here by Kappa from about 15 metres out directly in front could put the Sydney Swans in front. And we're just on the 5-minute mark of this third quarter as he runs in for this kick. Takes his time. Oh, he may have missed it. No, it's a goal.
Very close.
That looked mighty close, but it's a goal to Kappa. That's his first. And, of course, it's the Sydney Swans, 4 goals, 11-35 to Footscray, 5-1-31.
So the Swans finally hit the front here at the Western Oval. Footscray leading throughout most of the first 2 quarters. Cap's first goal. Footscray have only kicked 4, the others 2, Mitchell, Morwood and Hawke. for Footscray is Steve McPherson, Royal, Beasley, Hawkins and Crow. Sevens big lead from the Western Oval, 5.5 minutes into the third quarter. That was Warwick Kappa's first goal. Ironmonger contesting the knockout. He'll contest against Purser. It's been a good duel between those two. Healy puts the Swans into attack up towards Danaher at half forward. Dummies the hand pass. Goes long into the square. Kappa and Kennedy again. They're backing up well. That was Egan. Egan's kick is out towards Jep, who couldn't take the mark. In goes Stevie Wright, tries to beat Royal to it. Finally picked up by Jep. Jep's kick back towards the edge of the square. Ironmonger runs into trouble, gets out of trouble to Murphy. Steve McPherson can't catch him. Back to Toohey. Through the mud heap. Well shepherded by Neagle. Long ball by that player up towards the full forward position again. Two Footscray players nearly spoiled each other. Kennedy comes out with the ball. McLean to centre wing. Toohey and Steve McPherson. Great mark by McPherson. McLean over the top of Holden onto Liberatore. Around Carroll. Kick is short. Over the 50-metre line. Royal. Will he look for Petraglia? No. Like a true rover, has a shot. Won't quite make the distance. Beasley! Beasley directly in front. Opportunity for Footscray to once again hit the lead. He's kicked one goal already. Being brought round at a little bit of an angle. I don't think Carter saw him, Lou.
I think Carter was off balance, Pete, too. If he gets this goal, this could lift Footscray because they badly need one, Pete.
For goal number 2, Simon Beasley, point-blank range. Only 10 metres out. It's a goal. Beasley second. Footscray hit the lead again at the Western Oval. Sevens big league scoreboard. 6-1 to 4-11. Footscray by 2.
Well, that goal could lift the morale of the team because it was sagging very quickly. That's good play on the part of Royal. Royal and Purser doing a great job for Footscray. That's a strong mark. Poor old Carter was off balance that time, but he's done a great job to keep Beasley down to 2 goals so far.
Beasley, the leading goal kicker in the match to date. He has 2, and the rest have been shared by a number of players. So the match developing into a titanic struggle here at the Western Oval. Sevens big league from the Western Oval. 2 points in favour of Footscray. That was Beasley's second goal.
Centre bounce again. Pushed out that time by Wallace, but over to Healy doing a great job for the Swans. Oh, that'll be a mark to Edmund. He's well on top of Callett. Got off to a slow start, but since about halfway through that second quarter, like most Swans, has really come into the game. Oh, there's a Russell goal. That's just about a mark. He's going to pay that too. I think it could have been a free kick to Wallace against Williams. They've had a great duel. 15-metre penalty against Williams. Well, I think you'd have to pay that.
Yes.
That was a great mark. A bad kick coming out here now, and we see the ball grabbed here by Murphy out there on the centre wing position. 2 points the difference. It's a crackerjack game as the ball goes back into attack for the Swans. The ball hits the deck. Walsh goes down. He's down there with him, but the umpire will ball it up right on the 50-metre mark in the Swans attacking zone. The Sydney Swans on the scoreboard, 4-11-35. Shocking kicking for goal. The Bulldogs, 6 goals, 137. The ball up again. Williams with a good hand pass to Hawke. He's grabbed, he's put off balance. Down goes Danaher. Gets it back to Williams again. Out wide, looking there for Mitchell. Hawke is there, kicks it off the ground. Backs up well. Good play by Mitchell. Knocked it out of his hands. It's Hardy once again, always on his own to McLean. McLean balks. Gets around. Oh, they're messing him out down there. He gives it back there to Hawke and back further towards the back pocket. 2 Swans have a battle there, but it'll be a free kick or a mark. I should say a mark to Neagle. Liberatore's got him well guarded out there on the centre wing position. The Bulldogs in front by 2 points, but not looking as strong as they did in that first quarter and a half. Oh, mark dropped that time by Rance, picked up by Kennedy. The chance here for Carroll. He dropped that one. They pile up there, and there'll be a ball up down towards the centre half forward position for the Sydney Swans, who've been into attack. Malthouse not looking too happy.
Standing room only in the box.
That's right. Pretty serious when the coach starts to stand up in the coach's box. This will be a ball up for sure. But the Sydney Swans have been into attack since midway through that second quarter. The Bulldogs haven't got their running game going yet. Knocked out by Purser. Hawkins juggle that one and finally throw out the pack. Danaher weaves and dodges, comes out of the pack, looking for Kappa, guarded by Kennedy, fell over. Bad luck, and Kennedy takes him out. Kennedy, the 2 fullbacks doing great jobs. Kennedy balks around Kappa, shrugs him up. As the ball comes back there to Wallace, he should grab this one. He does. And he's got the mark there short of half-back. A quick bit of play on over to Mail and shows... Oh, well tackled by Murphy. Put him off balance. This gave Browning the chance he needed. He nearly got one. He got clear. Sends the ball back. And there we see Hawke taking the mark at the centre-half forward position. They're looking a lot stronger than Footscray at the moment, Pete.
They're combining much better on the forward line. Kappa couldn't take that grab. But his hand passes a wild one. Roberts and McGuinness do battle. He goes over. Picked up by Roberts. Whistle has gone. Free kick will go Footscray's way.
Well, he gave that free kick about 30 seconds too late, actually.
Only 4 kicks to McGuinness and 3 handballs so far in the match. So he hasn't been the leading possession gatherer for the Bulldogs. I would imagine, without looking at the stats, that would be Doug Hawkins. But McGuinness to take the free kick at half-back right flank. His kick to centre wing. Crow and Carroll. Browning and Royal. Umpire Robinson will bounce it just off the edge of the centre square. 11.5 minutes gone. Third quarter. Ironmonger and Crow. Crow wins it. Down to Neagle, doing well in this third term. On to Healy. Good hand pass over to Williams. Wallace in pursuit. Williams' kick is a long one up towards full forward. Could bounce through. Has it done? I think so. Kennedy touched it, but over the line, it's a goal. And so the Swans hit back again. They hit the lead by 4 points. 5-11-41 to 6-1-37. It's a great passage of play there. Neagle getting it out to Healy. Williams from 55 metres out. Bounced it in the square. Kennedy did touch it, but he was over the line. The goal umpire in perfect position. Williams' first goal restores the lead for the Swans again. From Footscray, 4 points in favour of the visitors. 41 plays 37, 12.25 minutes gone in the third term. Mitchell for the Swans will put them back into attack again. The hand pass is on to Hawke inside the 50-metre line. Looks for the hand pass. Danaher weaves, shoots. Could be another one. Wait on the goal umpire. It is. The Swans are light at the Western Oval. 2 very quick goals and they lead by 10 points, 6-11 to 6-1.
Well, they've taken a while to get their game together, particularly down there on the forward line, but they're running hot. Good play on the part of Ironmonger as he tapped it out for the second time to the little fella Mitchell. A beautiful hand pass over to Hawke. Balks unselfie play. Danaher's got a balk again. Gets around his opponent nice to straighten up and kick an easy goal to put them 10 points in front.
Danaher's first goal. The Swans' 6 goals have indeed been kicked by 6 different players. Beasley has 2 for Footscray. He's their leading contributor. Other goals for Footscray have come from Crow, Hawkins, Steve McPherson and Brian Royal. A new ball comes out to replace that one, which has disappeared amazingly into the crowd.
Well, there'll be a raffle in one of the Footscray pubs on Monday night, I should imagine.
Excellent game of football for our match of the day. The Swans lead by 10 points, and that's the biggest margin that they've enjoyed over Footscray so far in the afternoon. 13.5 minutes gone.
They've had plenty of shots for goal, and they're playing a lot better than Footscray. Down goes Wallace. They won't let him get clear. Out it comes to Royal. Royal boots the ball back out there, looking for Liberatore. He and Holden having a great battle, but Holden's too strong. Goes for the hand pass, plays it safe, and the ball is out of bounds on that centre wing position. We approach the 13 or 14-minute mark of the third quarter. And the Sydney Swans looking good. They're 10 points in front. 47 plays 37. Ball out there on that half-forward line. We see McPherson having a great battle, but it's finally forced out of bounds. Well, they looked a mile in front. Ironmonger limping. That'll be a blow because he's had a very difficult job against Purser. Knocked out by Ironmonger. Grabbed by Neagle. Out it goes now to Toohey. Toohey over to Holden. They go back into attack again, but the umpire said it's out of bounds. So it's still out of bounds on that centre wing position. 10 points the difference. Ironmonger not looking too good with that left leg. They won't want to lose him. Knocked out by Crow. Hawkins with a hand pass to McLean. A long kick over the half-forward line. Ball tapped out. Oh, good play by Carter. That could be Holden, the man, but the umpire didn't think so. And finally, it's possibly a free kick in out of the Swans. I think he's missed the first one. Ironmonger in plenty of trouble. He looks as though he could be coming up the ground any tick of the clock as it comes out wide now towards the wing position. There's a race. Healy and Hardy, 2 of the most prolific kick getters on the game. Ground. Hardy with a brilliant bit of play. Gets it over to Cordy. Cordy goes for the long kick over their half-forward line. Crow in the box seat has got the mark. Too big that time for Ian Roberts. He's to be 50 metres out from goal. And they're trailing by 10 points, and boy do they need one, the Bulldogs, because the Sydney Swans are playing well on top of them at this particular stage of the third quarter. Oh, look at that for a kick. 1 point, so the difference now 9 points. A shocking kick by Crow. Now, when you look, there's Ironmonger still jogging around, not looking the best. He's coming off. He's trying to, yes, he's coming off the ground. That could be a blow. They'll bring Coleman on, who's a pretty capable player too. But he'll have his hands full with Purser, the way he's playing at the moment for the Bulldogs.
Remember, Lou, they've already lost Mark Roberts too.
That's right. Ball back into play again. Hawkins, there's a good mark. He's been a great play. He's got on top of Neagle. They battled hard for a quarter, but he's got on top a short pass. Dropped by Mail. This gives Manning a chance. Knocked it over now. The ball comes back to Williams. Over to Coleman, just coming on the ground. They go back into attack. But there we see Callett getting away from Edmund to take the mark. Out wide, Hawkins again. As Pete said, I think he's had more kicks than anybody on the ground, or more possessions. Oh, Liberatore's got no hope here.
20 possessions to Doug Hawkins.
It's good play on the part of Mitchell. Over to Hawk, back to Coleman. And the Swans continue to go back into attack again. Egan in front. That's a strong mark in front of Stevie Wright.
He's played well down there, Luke.
Hand pass to Hawkins again. I'm getting sick of yelling his name out as he sends the ball back. Missing that one that time was Carroll. Picked up again by Rance. The kick is a short one. Grabbed up on the first bounce that time by Holden. Back it goes. Rance showing a lot of determination. Back it goes now. And the ball kicked back by Wallace. Over to Crow. Balks. He's in trouble. He gets a hand pass looking for Marner, but he ran into a brick wall and he's upended. And the umpire will ball it up round about the centre half forward position for Footscray. Just over the 17-minute mark of this third quarter. 6-2-38 Footscray trailing the Sydney Swans 6-11-47. 9
points in favour of the visitors. Half forward for Footscray, taken away by Williams, not very far certainly. Umpire Ian Robinson will repeat the procedure, almost in the identical position. Been a good quarter for the Swans. They've kicked 3 goals. And that makes it their best term at the match to date. They kicked 2-5 in the second term, 1-3 in the first. Crow, Toohey, good tackle, Steve McPherson. Carroll tries to get it to Mitchell, not successful. Again, a big pack of players. Again, the same result. Bounce this time at the 50-metre line. Coleman against Crow. Niner gets a tap at that one. It's a real scramble out there.
Well, it's pretty ragged football for the last, it has been for the last 10 minutes, Pete.
It has. Good opportunity to go to the fridge and get a can. Knocked away by Coleman. McGuinness, Holden. They're all thumped. Finally, it's Neagle to get the hand pass out to Murphy. Murphy from centre wing. We'll try to bounce it in the mud. That's a low percentage ploy at this stage of the game. Up towards half forward. Too long for Egan. Kappa gets grabbed. Can't get clear. Might be a free kick here. Umpire Russo coming in pretty quickly. Kappa's looking for the free kick. Perhaps there's not going to be one. The bounce right on the 50-metre line. The Swans in attack. Over the top, Purser, down to Mitchell, picked up by Neagle it was. Finally out to Stevie Wright. He's well shepherded on the boundary line. Wright's kick into the square. In front is Morwood. Might be a free kick. He's got it. Well, there was a bit of interference there. What did you think?
I think it could have been a free kick there to Morwood against Gordy, but he was pretty desperate. He was backing back in. If you watch, he's backing into him. I don't know. I don't think it was a pretty doubtful one. I think he was a bit lucky to get it, Pete.
From 10 was out. Has squeezed it in, I think. Yes, it's a goal. And so that's 2 goals to Tony Morwood. He becomes the first Swans player today to kick 2, 7-11, 53 to 6-2, 38.
Well, he's such a dangerous player, this fellow. He was unsighted for over a quarter and a half, but now he's come back into business, kicking 2 goals since then. Mickey Muldow standing on his feet with his brains trust there.
McGuinness off, forward on for the Bulldogs.
Well, I think they had to take McGuinness off. He hasn't been playing that well.
7th big lead from the Western Oval as we approach the 20-minute mark of the third term. That was Morwood's second goal. The Swans enjoying the biggest lead that they've had for the afternoon. Hawk goes down, picked up by Hart. He threads his way through the pack. How did he do that? A long kick by the Footscray Carrot Top up towards half forward. Opportunity for Toohey and or Steve McPherson beating all of those players. Rance over the top. Hand pass is good to Petraglia. He could just about score from there. Long shot, Beasley and Carter. Beasley, great grab!
That was a great mark because Carter was really concentrating on him that time. He was bustling, pushing and shoving. But that was a strong mark by Simon Beasley. You watch this now. He's grabbing on, doing everything he possibly could to stop him from marking. That a strong mark by Simon Beasley.
Beasley's kicked 2 goals already. Point blank range. He's only 15 metres out, directly in front. He doesn't miss these. Hasn't missed that one. 3 to Beasley. Footscray come a little bit closer. A badly needed one, certainly. 7th big league scoreboard. 7-11 to 7-2. The Sydney Swans lead by 9 points.
And we're just on the 21-minute mark, but there's no doubt they've played a lot better this last quarter and a half. Good play on the part of Rounce. And little Petraglia been a little quieter today. Kicked it up there, and see the effort that that Carter put in on against Beasley, but he was far too strong and determined.
3 goals to Simon Beasley, the leading goal kicker in the match to date. Mark Roberts comes back on for the Swans. Coming off as 2.
Well, that's rather surprising because he's been a pretty good player for them.
Sevens big league from the Western Oval, 9 points the difference. Beasley's third, 21.5 minutes into the term.
Ball knocked out by Coleman. Over there it goes now to Morwood. Back to Healy. He's grabbed. Oh, good tackle by Wallace. He says throwing the ball. That was a great tackle by Wallace. So that goal may have given them a bit of encouragement because they were starting to flag a bit, the Bulldogs. The kick is over the half-forward line. The players set themselves, pushing and shoving going on. The umpires spotted one, and it's Footscray that are the offenders. It'll go to Carter. Carter down there, shorter centre half back. Now the old tilt's looking where he can kick this one to the best position for his team. Murphy got up high. He recovered better, but well tackled by Marlon again. He gets it back over to Neagle. Neagle with a hand pass to Williams. Balked beautifully away from Wallace. Over it goes again to Neagle. And they're full of running. Balk again by Neagle. A hand pass coming over to Morwood. He's already kicked 2 goals. It was too long for White, but backing up well as Hawke. He's grabbed by Hardy. The umpire called play on this, allowed Healy to pick it up. Back it goes to Mitchell. Oh, fumbled. This given McLean the break he wants. He's got a paddock to run in. He runs 20, 30 metres. Short pass, too long for Rance. They're making mistakes, the Bulldogs. And it's Carroll driving it back with a long kick. Wallace at the back, and he's grabbed that mark. A hand pass over to Ford. Sends it out wide to Mail, and Mail's away from his opponent this time, Murphy. He goes for the kick, looking there for Beasley again. He's got it. A beautiful lead and a magnificent pass by Mail that time. Now he'd be about 40 metres out from goal. He's already kicked 3. And of course, if he kicks this one, it'll make it 3 points the difference.
5 marks to Simon Beasley.
Great mark and a great lead by Beasley. A pressure goal for the Bulldog full forward. Coming up now from about 40 metres out. He'll probably kick this on the 50-metre mark. There's the kick. He's off target. And it'll be a mark down there to Coleman. So Coleman's got the mark right in defence, deep in defence for the Sydney Swans. Bringing Crow back so he's got room to kick. 9 points the difference in favour of, back there's McLean. Worried about his opponent Healy instead of going for the mark, and that allowed Williams to take it to the back of the pack then.
15 handballs for Williams and 6 kicks.
Well, you don't know how well that bloke's playing. Knocked out by Cordy, away from Morwood. The umpire called play. It's Neagle spreading in the pack as he gets it back to Williams. Really coming into the game now. Look at that for a pass, a ripper. And Healy, their best player by a mile. Creating the loose man beautifully today as he sends the ball up there looking for Kappa. Kappa and Kennedy have a go at that. Kappa got one hand to it, tried to hand pass it out to Wright going by. But Kappa won't give in. They'll ball it up. About 20 metres out from the Sydney Swans goal as we approach the 24.5-minute mark of this third quarter in a crackerjack game. 7 goals, 11-53. The Sydney Swans to Footscray 7-2-44.
9 points the difference. Kappa, well tackled by Purser. Stalemate again. And so a ball up about 20 metres from goal. Kappa's only kicked 1 this afternoon. Leading goal kicker for the Swans is Morwood. He has 2. Healy, good tackle, Liberatore. Edmund grab. Williams. That was touched off the boot. So tapped down by Purser to Hardy. Cordy, 1 or 2. Finally picked up by Neil Cordy. His kick is a long one around towards the outer side. The mark taken by Carroll over the top of Rance.
This fella's a real pressure player, Pete.
Good player, half back or half forward. And he can kick a ball long, which he does on this occasion once more. At the back, Purser should have taken the mark. Got two hands to it. Good tackle by Wright. Comes to Tony Moore, but he's already kicked two. That's going close. Make it three. Goal umpire says full points, all clear. And the Swans making the most of their scoring opportunities now to go to 8-11, 59. The Bulldogs 7-2, 44.
Well, I don't know whether Purser made a mistake there, because he could have easily gone for that. You watch this now. He's got a chance to mark it here, but he went for the mark. He could have gone for the punch. I think he was pretty confident. Of course, the hand pass went astray, roved beautifully by Morwood. As we said before, out of the game for a quarter and a half. Now he's back kicking 3 goals up to this stage of the game. A very dangerous player indeed.
Well, I guess Purser was confident about going for the mark. He was above the pack clearly, got a couple of hands to the ball, couldn't hold it, and the end result is Tony Morwood's 3rd goal. 15 points the difference. We're over 1 minute into time on in the 3rd quarter. The Swans enjoying a pretty handy lead. Coleman breaking out of the pack. Spiral punt kick towards half forward. Capper and Kennedy. Kennedy's had him well covered so far today. In front, Edmund. Ball very close to the boundary line as Edmund looks for a free kick. There's none there, and the throw-in will take place 40 metres from goal. Done a good job today, Rick Kennedy, the Footscray captain, on the Swan sharpshooter. He's held him to 1 goal, and remember, he's the leading goal kicker in the competition so far. Chance for Murphy to take the hand pass, which he does from Hawke. The snap shot is going close. That's not bad. It's full points. Great snapshot that. And Murphy puts through his 1st goal, and the Swans go further ahead. They're looking good at the moment. They lead by 21 points, 9-11 to 7-2.
Pete, I think that's the biggest lead either side's enjoyed for the entire match. I think 18 points was the most that Footscray led by at one stage.
Good hand pass that. An excellent snapshot. Right over the top of the goal post, but the goal umpire in perfect position gave it a goal. Murphy's first, and the Swans looking good now in the time-on period.
Just over the 27-minute mark, and the Sydney Swans in front by 21 points. Ball knocked out by Crow. Williams again, really bouncing back into the game this 3rd quarter. Swans player down, Kappa flies, knocked out by Kennedy. There's a go for Hart. He can't pick this one up, but he won't let anybody else get near. Williams again, intercepted by Ford. They upend, that was Mitchell upend. Even the umpire said he was pushed in the back. Could have been a bit lucky. So Ford to take the free kick out there on that half-back flank position. They're trailing by 21 points and not looking good at all. 15-metre penalty. This brings him up to the point of the square. Still in defence for Footscray. Goes towards centre half forward. Plenty of Swans there. The 2 big there for Hawkins, picked up by Carroll. Out wide by the Swans skipper, but a good mark taken by Wallace. Over it goes to Callan. A bad fumble. I think the umpire got in the way. That's a shocking hand pass. This will give Williams a chance to sock it off the ground after Mark Roberts is coming back onto the ground. Over there to right, another hand pass to Hawke. And there, great tackle. No, the umpire didn't pay that to Callan. I thought he might have got a free kick going through his head, but that's another good tackle by Egan. Kicked off the ground by Royal. Tough football out there by both sides. Oh, Hawke had no hope then. Down they go like 9 pins. Once again, it's Williams out to Healy. Now Danaher drives it long, looking for Kappa, but he's pretty well covered, but he's put it out of bounds on the full, and that'll be a penalty free kick down there to Kennedy. The Swans looking really good now, just on the 29-minute mark of this 3rd quarter, and they're in front by 21 points.
McGinnis back on for Malin.
Waiting now for the ball to come back into play. Kennedy kept Kappa down to 1 goal. Knocked out that time. Wallace's kick is smothered. They're making plenty of mistakes as Crow sends the ball back out wide, and McPherson's got it out there on the centre wing position. Quickly plays on, but he's kicked it to no one actually. There's a chance there for McGinnis. Good play. That might have been a good move, bring him on the ground. Petraglia, but he's well grabbed by Roberts. Roberts still, but Petraglia breaks clear. Brilliant play. Runs for an open goal. But there's Carter. Carter and Beasley fighting. It'll be holding the man against Beasley. And Carter to take the free kick. They've had a great battle down there today, those two. And of course, Beasley's kicked 3 goals. Tilt gets it out there now. And there's a mark to Coleman. He's replaced Einmunger, who went off the ground in this 3rd quarter with an injured leg. But Coleman doing a pretty good job. Chance for Crow to mark. Danaher's there. Tries to get clear. Struggles with the ball. And the umpire said it'll be a ball up. Out there on the centre wing position. We approach the 30-minute mark of this, the 3rd quarter, with the Swans looking good. 9 goals, 11, 65 to Footscray, 7-2, 44.
Close to 3-quarter time. Coleman has done well since he came back on. Ford goes down, can't get the ball into the open spaces. It comes out to Coleman again. Looks for the hand pass finally to Stevie Wright. Wright's kick up towards the full forward pocket. Out comes Capper, misjudges it completely, picked up by Kennedy. Under plenty of pressure though, back to Kellett. Kellett's kick is high, up towards the square. Ball knocked past forward. Socket away up towards the centre-half forward position, and ultimately it's Williams having a shot at goal. But that went through. It is through. It's a goal.
Right on siren time too, Pete.
Right on the siren time. It actually, I thought, had rung before he kicked that, but of course the siren isn't effective until the umpire raises his hands. The score at three-quarter time is 10-11 to 7-2. And we watch it again. Williams directly in front of goal and puts it through right on the siren. A very valuable goal to the Swans. And at three-quarter time, it's 10-11, 71 points to 7-2, 44 at the Western Oval. Seventh big league from the Western Oval. The Swans leading by 27 points after they trailed by 5 at half-time. They played an excellent third quarter. Morwood gets the ball clear, but the umpire's found a free kick that's going Footscray's way, and the recipient will be Neil Cordy, just short of the centre circle.
They've got to get a quick goal here, Pete, from the start of this last quarter.
Cordy's kick to half forward in front. Crow, that looks like a mark. Yes, he's paid it. It's a good kick too, Crow. That one is not quite as good as I would have expected from him. Thumped away by Carroll, and in turn by Coleman. Up to Williams, who dominated the game in the third quarter. Gets the hand pass out to Murphy.
Well, as a matter of fact, Williams had 16 possessions in that third quarter, Pete.
Hawke. Walk up towards half forward for the Swans. Morwood almost claimed the mark, actually. Edmund and Hardy. Edmund hasn't been the most popular player here this afternoon, I guess understandably. Hardy grabbed too high, or did he put his head down? No, free kick to the Footscray player, says umpire Russo. Hardy to take just short of centre-half back. Ford directing him where to kick it. Ford came on during the third quarter for Footscray. Hardy's kick to centre wing. Right, grabbed well by Petraglia. Browning boots the Swans back into attack. Chance for McLean. Wallace wobbles a short kick up towards right half forward flank. Coleman and McGuinness racing for the ball. So too is Ian Roberts. The ball beating all of those players over the line. The throw-in will follow. It's been a good game of football here despite the damp conditions. Ground apart from the centre square area is in pretty good condition. Well, nobody went for it. Picked up by Coleman, who's done well since he came on to replace Ironmonger. But Purser had the better of that duel anyway, and that player takes the mark on right centre wing. Purser from that position puts the Bulldogs back into attack. Mark Roberts went the big punch. Diving on top of the ball is Gerard Healy. It's a stalemate. A bounce will follow.
27 points the difference into this last quarter by just over 2 minutes. Footscray needs a goal pretty clear because they're trailing by 27 points. Knocked out that time by Crow. Over to McPherson. Good play on the part of Goldman. Got it out of the pack that time. Comes back to 40. Overruns the ball. Danaher goes down. A hand pass by Mark Roberts. A bad one. Comes back to Wallace. To Mail, and there's a chance to go deep into attack. They've got to go straight down the ground. Mark dropped by McPherson. They're making a lot of fundamental mistakes. Oh, a kick off the ground by Williams. Hand pass over to Crow, but he was too slow. Picked up by Williams again. He's dynamite with that hand passing. And then we see the little fella Mitchell go around the boundary line. That's Murphy, I should say. Around the boundary line. A long kick down there to Edmund. He's got the mark. And Edmund would be about 55 metres out from goal. But they lead by 27 points, and they were going easy towards the end of that third quarter. Waiting on Edmund. There's the kick. Back into the goal square. Punched out. Goes down to Mitchell again. Purser's there. Finally gets a hand pass out to Hardy. Always on his own. I don't think he ever minds anybody. But it doesn't matter. He gets the ball away from the danger zone. But it beat Hawkins the time. And it's out of bounds on that half-forward line for the Sydney Swans. About 80 metres around from their goal. Crow went down a little bit slow. Upended nicely by the Swans defence. Waiting for the ball to come back into play again. Well, neither ruckman got advantage of that. It's McLean breaking clear. Coleman kicks the ball long back over the half-forward line. Flying high was Crow. A charge from McGuinness. Gets away from Roberts. He's got to kick it quickly. He does. Looking there for Bees. He's got the sit here. Got a hand to it. Couldn't hold the mark. He goes after it again. He got one right behind the head that time. Coming out now is Petraglia. Couldn't get clear, and the umpire will ball it up. Thought it might have been a free kick to Beasley then. It'll be a ball up about 15 metres out from the Footscray goal. They're trailing by 27 points, and boy, do they need a goal. Knocked out by Mark Roberts. Tries to break out of the pack. As they go now, Rance couldn't get clear, was intercepted, and the ball finally taken away by the Sydney Swans out towards that half-back line.
Wallace looks for a hand pass. McLean takes it 50 metres from goal. He's gone long into the square. Beasley has to beat 3 of them, and the ball thumped through by Dennis Carroll for 1 point. Making the difference 26 points now at the 4.5-minute mark of the final quarter. 7-3, only 10 effective scoring shots from Footscray to 21 to the Swans. Carter has had a great duel with Beasley, the latter having kicked 2 goals. Williams, yet another hand pass, just about in 3 figures, I reckon. Coleman goes down. Knocked back to Danaher. Tries to break the tackle from Purser. A play on call, play on. Williams can't understand that.
That was a bad decision. That was holding the ball if I've ever seen it.
Wallace takes the mark. He hasn't stunned everybody. They all stopped there. Wallace back to Hawkins. The hand pass is too long for Neil Cordy. He'll get it to Hardy, who fumbles unaccountably, but Browning's right there with him. Good block. Hardy, 15-metre hand pass to Maylan. They're on the road now. Footscray. McGuinness straightens up 15 metres from goal. That's the one they needed. He puts it through, and the Bulldogs come back again. They need another couple. 8-3, 51 to 10-11, 71 at the Western Oval.
They've got to get another quick one, Pete, because on the form today, the Swans have always bounced back. Good play on the part of Hardy. He's been a great player today to Maylan. Over it goes now. McGuinness breaks clear on the left foot, and that was a fine goal and a badly needed one for the Bulldogs.
That was McGuinness's first goal. Couldn't have come at a better time as he receives congratulations from Steve McPherson. On Seven's Big League, we approach the 6-minute mark of the final quarter. That was McGuinness's first goal. The difference now 20 points at our match of the day. Can the Swans hang on? Can Footscray come back? Wallace boots them into attack out towards right half forward. Hawkins and Neagle. They've had a titanic struggle right throughout the afternoon, but Hawkins wins out on this occasion. Up to the half forward line. Oh, McPherson got a mile in the air. Not paid the mark. Rance tries to get clear, getting ridden into the ground. McLean loses out. Ball picked up by Mitchell. Now towards Hawke. His kick up towards half forward. Edmund tackled. Good handball, but picked up by Hardy.
Good play. Kellis ready to send them back into attack. 20 points the difference as the ball goes over the Bulldogs half forward line. Punched out by Crow. There's the go for Petraglia. He ran into a brick wall. He was grabbed by Mitchell. He threw it out to Roberts. Roberts grabbed, but he gets it back to Ian Roberts. And the Swans go back into attack over their half forward line. Edmund in front. Punched out by Kellis. It's pressure football. Egan. And right, it's... coming out of the pack is Hardy with a hand pass to Egan, not get it away from the danger zone. Good play by Footscray. Ball punched away by Roberts. Royal with brilliant play. Took it away from Coleman. They bounce back into attack. A chance for Crow in the front posse. Punched out by Carter. Crow's going after it. Holden's right there with him. He drags him to the ground. Now it's Carter's turn to go down. Umpire said hold the ball. I think he might have been a bit stiff, Carter. Oh, he could have been a bit stiff, the old tilt. Carroll, I thought it was Carter. It was Carroll.
Let's watch it again. Not that incident, but this one here. Oh, I didn't think he had the ball.
I think he might have been a bit stiff. There's a chance here now.
Interesting one.
Right on the boundary line is Steve McPherson. And the difference 20 points. If he's successful, he'll make it 14 points. He's up target. The pack fly. The ball knocked out by Beasley. Had a hurried shot. It's hit the point post. There'll be a throw in right from that position.
It's out of bounds on the full there, so it's a free kick.
Yes, it must have hit up too high, Pete. So the ball back into play again. That's Morwood, a good mark down there at half-back. 20 points the difference into this last quarter by just on 8.5 minutes. The chance now for Coleman, a hand pass coming over to Neagle. Not a very good kick, it falls short. In front is Ford, tapped on by Danaher. As it go now, a hand pass coming over that time from Hawke. Hawke gets one again from Healy. He's run into the 50-metre mark. He's got to kick this one hard. He's right on his tail. He's unbalanced him. Up it goes now. Capper and Kennedy. Down goes. Got a free kick on the back of the neck. That's just about the first mistake Kennedy's made all day. So this could be the clincher. Watch it again. Oh, he's got into his back at the back of his neck. A little bit light on, but he's got the free kick. And a chance to kick goal number 2. He's only about...
he touched him, but I tell you what, if he was in a diving competition, he would have won hands down.
He's only about 12 or 13 metres out from goal. He's a little bit hesitant here. They're in front by 20 points. 71 plays 51. It's a crucial goal coming up now for Kappa. Oh, he's got that in. That's a goal, so 26 points the difference again. 11 goals, 11, 77 Sydney to Footscray. 8 goals, 3, 51.
Well, 10 minutes gone in the final quarter, and Footscray haven't really come much closer. Let's watch that free again. He did touch him, and I dare say as such the decision is a correct one, but Kappa certainly diving forward. And as Lou said, Kennedy has made no mistakes all day. He really has had the better of the league's leading goal kicker. Kappa's only had a couple of possessions. 26 points the difference in the final quarter. That was Kappa's second goal. 77 plays 51 in our match of the day. Footscray swinging to attack again. Ball driven up toward the half-forward line. Mark Roberts, who's been off the field most of the day, seems to be moving okay though. Roberts up towards the centre wing position. Almost a mark out there to Hawke. Healy's hand pass taken by Wallace, who got grabbed too high. And Wallace will take the free kick on left centre wing. Out to Brad Hardy. Gathering plenty of kicks again. Possessions. That hand pass comes back to Wallace. His kick out of bounds on the full. It'll be a free kick to the Swans on right centre wing.
Well, they deserved to lose it then, Peter, because they were messing about too much.
Going the long way home.
Should we go direct at the goals? Now they're seeing that at 26 points down.
Murphy's kick to half forward, 50 metres from goal. Big pack of players out there. Danaher tries to get clear, not successful. Forward hanging on to the other half of the ball. And the end result will be a bounce, 55 metres out. Still 26 points in it. It was 27 at three-quarter time, so the Swans from here look as though they will hang on. Purser, Williams, just about gave it to Hawke. Hawke from half forward, tries to get clear of forward. Over it comes to Mitchell. Mitchell's left foot snapshot is off target and behind. So once again, 27 points is the difference, and that is what it was at three-quarter time. Kennedy. To the outer side, he's kicked in brilliantly today. That one's no exception. Up to the centre square. Coleman was the flyer. Hand pass eludes Holden. In goes Royal. Shows him a clean pair of heels. Royal from right centre wing. A long ball down towards Beasley, who goes over at the crucial moment. Carter comes out well, gets clear of Petraglia and gets the Swans out of danger. Coleman, the knock-on, not successful. Picked up by McGuinness. McGuinness back to Purser. A wobbly punt kick only travels about 20 metres. Two Swans players up. That's Murphy. Murphy scouts around Wallace well, looks for the hand pass. It's taken by Holden.
And Holden drives it over the half-forward line. Ball punched out by Callett, picked up beautifully by Mitchell. There's a chance for a goal. He balks. Back it goes now to Kappa. Kappa pot shots at the goal, but he missed it. Oh, he had the chance to really clinch the game. Not that I think they'll lose it because they're, 28 points in front at the 12-minute mark and looking good because they've got an answer to everything that Footscray put forward. Been a tough game here today. Both sides putting on splendid displays, but the Swans have proved that they are a football team. Ball back into play again. Up there towards centre-half back. Purser flies. Couldn't hold the mark. Only a free kick that time, but the umpire said no. I thought it might have been a free kick to Footscray. I thought it might have gone to Murphy for one in the back.
Played a trip to Footscray.
Trip to Footscray to take the free kick down there will be McGuinness. Playing at centre-half back. He's got the ball at centre-half back. Kicks the ball back long towards the centre of the ground. Nearly a mark to Coleman. McPherson grabs it. He got grabbed high. It's pushed out of the pack. Right again. Over there to Murphy. Back it goes now to Healy out there about 60 metres out from goal. He's looking for a lead from Kappa. Kappa's in front of Kennedy. Kennedy will go to the punch. He's going for the mark about the second time, and the ball is out of bounds.
Well, you're right the first time. I think he went for the punch, didn't get a clear tap at it.
So he thought he'd go for the mark. Ball out of bounds about 10 metres around from the Sydney Swans goal, and they're looking really good. They've got an answer to the Bulldogs every time they go forward. Ball pushed out that time by Purser. Callett's in the thick of things there. Grabbed by Kappa. He's heaved out the pack, staging a bit. Umpire not taking a bit of notice of him, and he'll ball it up. Still about 30 metres out from the Sydney Swans goal. And they're in front by 28 points. That's a good lead at this stage of the match. 13 and a half minutes gone. The last quarter. Ball knocked out by Crow, grabbed by Purser, hand pass to McGuinness, in plenty of trouble there. He's well grabbed that time by Williams. Has a bad kick that time from Callett, and the ball marked here by Wright, right on the 50-metre mark. So they can't really break away from these Swans as the ball goes deep into attack again, into the goal square. Kappa got a hand to it, couldn't hold it, finally forced through that time by Crow. And it's a point to the Sydney Swans. That gives them a lead of 29 points, just over the 14-minute mark of this last quarter. And they're looking mighty good to me, Peter.
Could be hard to stop from here, I think. Interestingly, the Sydney Swans have had nearly 30 more handballs than Footscray. I think most of those probably have come from the hands of Greg Williams. Hawke, Healy calling for it. Don't think he saw him. Hardy in position. Not in possession yet. Out of bounds. So a throw in around about the 50-metre mark on the outer side.
Malin off Pete and Liberatore off the ground. That's great.
Over the top with Danaher. Picked up by Wallace. Wallace's kick back to Steve McPherson. Hawkins gets the hand pass out. McGuinness well caught. The hand pass was effective to Petraglia. The half forward. They need a goal here. Footscray badly. Purser 50 metres out. Short pass. Royal stands his ground. Royal about 35 metres from goal, directly in front. And with Footscray to make any headway in this match, they need a goal here because we're midway through the final stanza of the game.
Yes, we'd have about 15 minutes to go, Pete.
Brian Royal, 17 kicks and 6 handballs today. Going for goal number 2. That looks reasonable enough from here. The goal umpire says full points. So Royal second brings Footscray a little bit closer, still in with perhaps a chance. 9-3 to 11-14 at the Western Oval. So 23 points the margin in favour of the Sydney Swans. It was 5 points in favour of Footscray at half-time, with a brilliant third quarter by the Swans. Saw them move 7-3 to 2-1, and they've been in command ever since. A little chip pass up towards Royal. He was able to put it through from there. Beasley 3, Royal 2. Leading goal kickers for Footscray. For the Swans, Moore with 3 and Capper 2. 23 points in favour of the Sydney Swans. Royal bringing up his second goal. 80 plays 57. 16 minutes and a little bit gone the final quarter. Knocked away by Coleman, knocked back by McLean. Went past Royal. And just next to the centre circle, or what remains of it, it will once again be a ball up. Ground, though, in pretty good condition. In view of the heavy rain we've had, he's qualified that. Knocked down by Coleman, who's done well since he came on to replace Ironmonger. Liberatore's kick of a short one. Steve McPherson puts Footscray deep into attack again. Up towards their full forward position. The bounce favours Mark Roberts. Still soccering it in front of him. Still going, Roberts. And well played. He goes towards the boundary line. He finds Ian Roberts out there. Ian Roberts goes for the long kick.
Now he's gone out towards the wing position. Williams well intercepted by McLean. Knocked down by Wright. He's grabbed down. He goes. A good tackle by McLean. He said he got him too high. The Footscray crowd going mad. He did it right in front of the grandstand too. What's that again? I don't know if that was too high. Either it was down below the shoulder. The ball kicked up there towards the half-forward line. Danaher got under that one. As they go now for Callett, he ran into trouble, then couldn't get out. Comes back now to Liberatore. He was grabbed by the leg. The umpire said plain as clean breaks clear there at half-back. Boots the ball up towards the Bulldogs half-forward line. And a good mark to Rance. They're trailing by 23 points.
Need a couple of goals quick.
17 and a half minutes gone. He got around his opponent. Boots the ball. Looking for Beasley. Beasley and Carter come out. Roberts there. As they're going out for Big Person. He can't get there in time. Kicked off the ground by Petraglia. Hawkins goes after it. Taps the ball back. Beasley goes down. He's there with Browning. It's little Petraglia. Snaps at the goals. A chance for McPherson. Flies. Good play on the part of the Sydney Swans skipper there. Carroll to take the mark in defence. 23 points down, Footscray. Just on the 18-minute mark. And a good mark to right. They seem to have their measure all the time, Pete.
They do.
Ball coming out right. And we see Hawke taking the mark out there at half-back. They bounce back into attack again. Coming out to Danaher. Ford's there with him, and the ball is forced out of bounds on the centre wing position. 18 minutes gone of this last quarter. It's the Sydney Swans 11-14, 80. The Footscray 9-3, 57 points on the ball. Ball back into play again. Knocked out McCrow. Hardy going after it. Right on his tail there is Murphy. He's got 3 of them to contend with. Down he goes. He's got one on the back. And he'll get the free kick. And good luck to this fella because he plays in front all the time. Deserves every free kick he gets.
He plays everywhere all the time.
Well, he's a great little player. The ball back into play again. Back there towards the Bulldogs half-full. And Rance. Oh, what a ripper over the top of Carroll. But they need more than that. They need goals. There's the mark. That's a beauty. The best of the day. Beasley got a hand to it. Browning comes in to smother the ball, but this will suit the Swans. This will give their defenders a chance to grab their breaths.
Oh, he Interesting.
Yeah, a little bit interesting. Ball up about 35 metres out from goal. And Footscray still trailing by 23 points. Just over the 19-minute mark of this last quarter. What a game it's been. Oh, that'll be a free kick against Coleman. Stuck his boot right in the middle of Brance's stomach. Now, he's got a chance to make the difference here. 17 points because he's only about 40 metres out from goal, if that.
Don Scott and Gary Dempsey a few years ago. Mark Roberts and Little Royal having a few words. The long and the short of it. Now, this is one of the most vital kicks of the afternoon from Murray Rance.
About 10 or 11 minutes to go, Pete.
He must goal here to give the Bulldogs any possible show. Might have squeezed it in. He has. Footscray must keep going from here if they're to have any chance of taking this game out. That was Rance's first goal. Footscray's 10th. 10-3-63 to 11-14-80. So 17 points the difference. Still 3 goals virtually. Mickey Malthouse and the rest in the coach's box will be a little bit happier. Not long to go. Probably run about 7 to 10 minutes. 17 points the difference as we approach the 20.5-minute mark. Final quarter. Knocked down by Crow. Picked up by Royal. Royal's kicked to half forward. His twin, Petraglia. Footscray getting the ball out of the centre. Long up towards Beasley. He's got to beat 2 of them. Might be a free kick going to the Swans, for in the back it is. Carter to take it. No, it's not going to Carter, is it? Healy, yes. Healy was the one in front of that trio. Carter was at the back, of course. Healy. The Swans' best this afternoon. In front is Rance. Can't take the grab on this occasion. McLean gets clear. Out to McGuinness. He's well shepherded by Liberatore. He's gone for a pass. Jeff back on the ground. Takes the mark in front of Williams. Now Jeff would be about 40 metres out.
Well, he's been off the ground for quite some time.
Now that could be a 15-metre penalty, could it not?
Should be.
Footscray crowd certainly thought so.
Well, they're screaming out for Pete.
Jeff leading out to take the mark in front of Williams. And after that, he did get a push. And Jeff, of course, better known as a defender. Let's see how he kicks at goal. Not bad. It's a goal. But the Bulldogs still barking. Scoreboard at the Western Oval, 11-14 to 11-3. 11 points the difference in our match of the day.
I reckon we'd have about 8 or 9 minutes to go at the most. Pete, 21 just on 22 minutes gone. And the Bulldogs down by 11 points. Good play on the part of McLean. A quick hand pass and quick thinking on the part of McGuinness, and a perfect pass and a great pressure goal kicked by Jeff that time.
22 minutes into the final quarter. It's a thriller. 69 plays 80.
11 points the difference. Knocked out by Crow, but not a good one. Williams is there trying to get it out, and the umpire will ball it up at centre field again. The crowd of 26,000 people really on their toes. One of the great games, and can they get up and win this, the Bulldogs? They're trailing by 11 points as Coleman knocks it out. The ball pushed on again. Players falling over now. Crow sends them back into attack. It falls short. Kicked off the ground by Healy. Picked up now by Carroll. Back towards Coleman. Hawkins is there too. Hawkins has got it. No, that wasn't Carroll. That was Morwood. There's a chance now to go deep into attack. He called play on. Not a good kick. Oh, kicked it straight to Coleman. He's got the mark at centre half back. 11 points the difference. Ball driven out there by Ian Roberts. He's put it out of bounds on the full. This will be a free kick to McLean. He'd be about 65, 70 metres out from goal. Quickly plays on. Not wasting time. The kick is a shocker. Too many players there for the Swans, and a mark taken in defence there by the Swans.
I reckon Footscray want to win it.
Little Murphy with the ball down there in between centre half back and full back. Kicks it out towards... there's that a free kick to Cordy against Morwood. Calling play on. He's played the advantage. Will Wallace goes for the long kick. Beasley's well covered once again. It's a strong mark. Taken in defence there this time by Coleman. So they
played well, Lou, since he came on, hasn't he, Glenn?
Well, they're standing up to the strain pretty well, the Swans. They're in front by 11 points. It's a matter whether they can hang on or not, because we're just on the 24-minute mark of this last quarter. Ball back there towards the half-4 line. Falls a bit short. Mark taken by Egan. Oh, he nearly lost it. He's got to keep on going. He doesn't want to waste any time because time running out for the Bulldogs. It falls short. Holden's there. Wallace has a chance now. Down goes Wallace. He goes for a hand pass. Not a good one. Intercepted by Hawke. They all pounce on top of that. The umpires call play on. It's McLean showing real guts to get the ball out. Roberts gets under it. A go for Royal. Browning's all on his tail. Royal spins away. Over to Petraglia. He's clear. A running shot at goal to Beasley. Good mark. The ball. He's missed it. Put one hand to it. And it's through from point. 10 points the difference as we approach the 24.5-minute mark of this last quarter. What a game it is.
Half a minute of time on. Carter. Carter long ball to the outer side. At the back is Crow. Mitchell in front. Plenty of Swans players are there. Back it comes to Healy. There will be a Swans free kick now at the 50-metre defence line. It will be taken by little Mitchell. And he'll be taking plenty of time. And time, the essence of the contract, insofar as Footscray is concerned. As we enter the time on period now, they need 2 goals to win the match without the Swans scoring one, of course. Royal, his kick is short, up over the 50-metre line. Rance, grab, hurried handball. Swans combining well in defence. Williams, another hand pass over to Healy. He's at about 20 handballs today, Williams. Healy's kick up towards centre wing. A good mark taken by Tony Morwood. So the Swans just a little bit steadier. They seem to have Footscray's measure. That mark again very strong. Kick down to Edmund. Edmund doesn't let him down. Edmund from left half forward flank.
About 4 minutes to go, I'd say, Pete.
Yeah, the quarters haven't been long here this afternoon. Kappa leading out from Kennedy. Liberatore. Well, Wallace called for it. I don't think he saw him. Knocked away by Holden. Kellett. Hawkins. McGuinness. Crow. Petraglia at half forward, has to get clear. The kick is a hurried one. Rance. McPherson backs him up. Past him. McPherson second chance. Grab maybe too high. Right. Over to Murphy. Oh! That is too high.
Stopped him in his tracks.
Let's watch that again. Murphy not looking too good. Browning takes the hand pass. Now towards the centre wing position. Players looking pretty tight at the moment. Ford tries to soccer it off the ground. Carter well up from full back, gets it over to Hawke. Hawke from left centre wing goes Goldwood and long. Edmund and Kappa. Kappa over the top. It's almost a grab.
He's paying it, Pete.
Kappa has been well held and in fact beaten by Rick Kennedy today, but he has the chance to seal the match the Swans' way. Kennedy talking to the umpire. I don't think any doubt that it was a mark. Warwick Kappa, some 45 to 50 metres out from goal, on a 45-degree angle, has the chance to make the game safe for the Sydney team. 27 minutes into the final quarter. Kappa to have a shot for goal.
Let's see what he can do with this one. This will really clinch it, but I'd say there's about 3 or 4 minutes to go. He's already kicked 2 goals. They're in front by 11 points. There's the kick on its way. Oh, that'll be just about a goal, I would say. Yes, a goal. And I would say it's the Swans game now at the 27, just on the 27.5-minute mark. 12-14, 86 for Sydney Swans to Footscray, 11-4-70. There's Kappa again, very confident about that one, even though he's got a funny style. He's a pretty accurate kick, pretty close in, Peter.
He's getting a lot more distance with his kicks this year.
27.5 minutes gone, 17 points the difference. And I would say it's goodbye Bulldogs. Centre bounce again. It'll be Crow coming in against Calvin, who's done a pretty good job since he replaced Einhager. Back to Healy. Hooks the ball back there, over the head of Hawke. Hardy again on his own, a short pass out wide. There's a go now for the ball to be picked up by McGuinness, a short pass. Scooped up, knocked by McPherson. Takes a wide sweep to Wallace. They're bouncing back again, the Bulldogs. They won't give in front. Oh, well played by Carter. Punts it away from Beasley. The ball pushed on by Coleman. Grabbed by Holden. Showing a ton of dash as the ball goes back down. A great mark to Danaher. There's 17 points to Williams. The ball long out there towards the half-forward line. Kappa and Kennedy having a great battle. Picked up by Edmund. He's grabbed it. The umpire called play on. As he gives it to Mitchley, dropped it. The umpire said go again as Liberatore drives it back out there towards the wing position. Crow tries to tap it on, but it's Coleman to recover first. A hand pass to right, not a good one, but he gets it okay. Back to Browning. A long kick up there towards the full forward position. Kennedy in place, goes for a long hand pass. The captain knows time is running out. They're trailing by 27 points as the ball goes wide to Petraglia. It'll bounce okay. He scoots, he's grabbed by Carroll, loses the ball. And it's a chance now for Roberts, but he misses it. Picked up by Jeff. Out it comes to Rounds. Picked it up on the half volley from about 60 metres out. McPherson on his own. It'll bowl. He's fumbled. He's got to pick it up quickly. Balks. He's in trouble. If the kick is smothered, back to Petraglia again. Over it goes to Liberatore. Down he goes to Crow. Juggles the ball. But the umpire said Liberatore threw it. And that's what the Swans want. Just on the 29.5-minute mark. And they're 17 points in, but I think they'll hang on for sure, Peter. I think it's 16 points. 16.
So free kick going to Murphy. Murphy goes defensively and wide. There's the siren as Neagle has taken the mark, and the Swans are victorious at the Western Oval. Winning here is not easy, but they consolidate their position on the ladder with a win 12-14, 86 to Footscray, 11-4-70.
You want to be a real footballer? I've been a real footballer. You've got to look like a real footballer. You've got to go for the mark. The VFL mark. Go for the mark. Go for the mark.
Go for the VFL mark at Myer. Real footy Guernseys, real footy shorts, and real supporters wool jumpers in all club colours and badges. Go for the VFL mark at Myer.
We could use the old saying, a game of two halves. Footscray the first half, the Sydney Swans the second. And it was the second that told the story. The Swans too good, winning 12-14, 86, 16-point victors over Footscray, 11-4-70. Tony Morwood and Warwick Capper both contributed 3 goals for the Sydney Swans and Greg Williams 2, whilst for the Bulldogs, Simon Beasley 3 and Brian Royal 2. Good news for Sydney because now they are in outright second spot on the ladder, but for Footscray, a slight falter. They are out of the 5 at the moment, in fact currently lying in 6th position on the ladder on percentage because Collingwood has replaced them in the 5. Can they make the move in the weeks to come? When they do, it'll be part of Pro Image's action here on Pro Football, and I hope you'll join us for that.